by side in his mirror. He's playing with the bottom here. Stay with the bottom. Big wreck in your mirror. Big wreck in your mirror. Oh no! Oh my God! That looks awful.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Saturday night, which means it's All-Star Racing League Talladega Super Speedway at the premier Talladega Super Speedway Series, ASR style, of course. This is race number 6 of 10. Quite the points battle we have going. All kinds of neat stuff to talk about tonight. Of course, I'd like to thank Bryant Motorsports Auto Sales for having us do this stuff for them. They are the sponsor. Very, very cool that people care enough to actually sponsor this stuff. So, your very own custom broadcast available at TarnationTV.com. My name is Blaine Darlin, joined by the one and only Brian Wolf.
Wow, was that a great intro, man. Thank you so much. I am excited. Howdy, howdy, howdy. We are in for a doozy tonight, man. This is going to be fun. And you already did. I'm going to do it once again. You thanked, David Chin, our league owner, along with our league sponsor, Bryant Motorsports Auto Sales and Parts Barn. We always thank them. Actually, I want to give a shout out to our great admin and review team. Kudos to those guys. There's a couple that won't be here tonight, but it all boils down to the drivers. We want to thank the drivers for coming out and staying committed to this. This is hardcore stuff, man. This racing has been brutal. Jumping right into last week. We saw kind of one of those hold your breath for a whole minute moments on the first lap. It took a couple of good cars out. These guys really muscled through it. Then we had a great race. It was we saw 2 green flag stops, and then a little, and 4 cautions for 9 laps is not bad for 66. And 2 of those one was a blown engine and the other was a debris caution, which are kind of random, as we know. So, and then there was a little, I think, a tussle on close to the last lap, but we had a great shootout. They come across 3 wide with Josh Metallic taking that race, and he was damaged from that first wreck that I mentioned. So it was pretty crazy last week, but it really shook up the points as far as, how that race went down. Josh Metallic actually, with that win, took over the points lead by 3 over Brian Schilling, who also has a win in the series. Followed by Denny Carroll and Dennis McCarthy with a win also. So this is going to be a doozy tonight, man. It's going to be pivotal for these guys that want this championship to keep going.
We do have a lot of the RTG guys over here too, racing on a very familiar track. Can't forget to thank, like you said, the drivers, of course, the viewers. As you're looking at right now, Robert Spring is the sponsor of this evening's race with the Line Guard on duty, 175 for North Shore Safety. We'll get to that in a second. But, of course, we're talking about the track, John Godfrey for modifying this thing, making the pit lane wider, changing the graphics on the track, and there's always something in the works over at the Godfrey factory.
Absolutely, man. He created this track. He's created a lot of these Talladega modeled tracks for, customized them for different leagues and stuff. And we might even have for next season, I'm not going to give away any details or let any cats out of any bags, but we got some pretty exciting stuff happening for season 4. And like I said, I won't go into the details on that, but yeah, we always want to thank RTG because this particular version is on loan from them. This is the track that they run on Thursday nights, where actually the last Thursday night from them guys was pretty exciting too.
Wow, yeah, it was.
Because we were watching the broadcast, and we do have a handful of those drivers that are over here. I mean, they're the heaviest hitters on the web, and we couldn't ask for more competition. We just couldn't. I mean, it's at its peak. with this. But going into the tonight's race, tonight they are going to be qualifying. Every other week we go lotto, and then we do regular qualifying, and tonight's regular qualifying night. They got about 7 minutes left in practice. They just reset the server, so now I don't know.
Yeah. Did you want to?
So how much time's okay? Now it's telling me 5 minutes. Okay, so cool. If you want to, as you said, Robert Spring has stepped up and been a part of our host a race program. We had to push one of his other ones back to next season, actually, but we're really lucky to have him bring this to us tonight, and it is the Line Guard on Duty North Shore Safety 175. Now, the only thing that I know about this company is that it's kind of family owned, or they work. This is the place where a couple of his family members work, and they have something to do with, I think they invented electricity or something. I don't know what exactly what they do, but we're going to let the video explain that, and then we'll have Robert up here for a quick word too, and the show will go on.
It's kind of like a company that you didn't know you need. They make sure, they deal with all the power. Like they harness electricity, kind of like Odin and Thor, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, well, like you said, we'll just let the video speak for itself, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes. Thanks, Robert.
Commercial kitchen environments contain a concentration of high-voltage appliances that can create significant employee risk. The National Electric Code now requires Class A GFCI electrical protection to be installed in all commercial kitchen environments. Since 2017, NEC Code 210-8B applies to all single-phase receptacles rated at 150 volts to ground or less, 50 amps or less, and three-phase receptacles rated 150 volts to ground or less, 100 amps or less. North Shore Safety has developed a line of UL 943A listed products for use in single, split, and three-phase applications. Our GFCIs are industrial tough, easy to install, and easy to use. 3 of our GFCIs are being used in conjunction with different kitchen appliances. If one of our kitchen units shows a fault, power will be shut off to the appliance in question. Once the piece of equipment is restored back to a safe condition, personnel can easily reset and safely resume back to work without hesitation. North Shore Safety's Line Guard GFCIs employ self-testing technology that assure the GFCI device is always fully functional. The current NEC code specifies only Class A GFCI protection for cord-connected appliances, but best practice would be to apply Class A GFCI protection to hardwired appliances as well. The potential for electrical current leakage from appliances, faulty or defective wiring components is present regardless of the choice to cord connect or hardwire the devices. All North Shore Safety Line Guard products are proudly made in the USA in ISO certified facilities. At North Shore Safety, our products' quality, availability, and exceptional customer service continue to set us apart. When you need safety, North Shore Safety is on duty. For more information, please contact North Shore Safety at 440-205-9188 or visit www.nssltd.com.
Well, there we go. Thank you, Mr. Robert Spring. And that was a video about North Shore Line Guard. There's a bunch of names for that. Because it's Line Guard, and then it's North Shore Safety, a Techmark company. Anyway,
Line
phone numbers.
Line Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, line guard on duty, North Shore safety 175. That's how I got it wrote down here.
Yeah.
Like, that is a mouthful. Just
Yeah.
like stumbling over the Saturday Night Super Speedway Elite premiere. I stumble over that one every time, and we've been doing it for 3 seasons now.
And whose fault's that? You came up with the name.
I know, right? That's the sad part.
So for more information on North Shore Safety, make sure you get on your internet machine and type in NSSLTD.com. That's North Shore Safety Limited. And there's our schedule for the next week. Nothing. We'll see you back here on Saturday for not the, I forgot to change the name for not the North Shore Safety. It's actually, next week it's Craig Hagley. And he's doing the Cypress Construction 150. So
yeah, I believe that's his business. Yeah, he's and that's that's a really cool thing that we can talk about here for a minute. Our host a race program, man, has really taken off. These guys are really excited about it, and like I said, we don't even have a schedule for season 4, and we're booked almost all the way through. For I think we're even going to change it to, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be a 12-week series. And we're almost booked for that whole thing. So, man, I can't thank these guys enough, because it brings their businesses or their charities or their tributes or whatever they want to put on a race. It brings it, we're so used to doing all these specialty races for cancer and for, Cannon's race and ALS and, these different tributes to the military and things like that. And but now this gives us opportunity to do that every single week. And it's really it's a win-win-win for everybody. It takes a little of the cost burden off of our league sponsor, and it's a really nice investment on somebody's racing resume, I should say.
Yeah, so I just quit the game there and I updated that graphic, so you guys will see that. It now says Cypress Construction 150, 57 laps, sponsored by Craig Hagley. Next week, 8:45
there you
Eastern. Go. And sorry about that, Craig. Of course, the one thing I forgot to upgrade was the sponsors. If you're gonna forget to upgrade something, don't forget the sponsors. It's not good.
You know what, Blaine, I got to thank you too for partnering with us, and taking on all of our Saturday nights, man, because, I always like to say ASR Saturday nights, man, it's the place to be. If you want just top shelf competition and a challenge, you know what I mean? These races are not easy to win at all, and it can get really exciting. In fact, as I'm sitting here, I'm looking at my minimized screen, but I keep inching closer and closer to the edge of my chair. And it's like, even sitting up here watching these guys makes me real intense and nervous.
I know that's what Rod always says. He goes, man, I thank God I'm up here watching. But he's getting the hang of it now. He gets down there on Thursdays and runs with those guys over at RTG, and it's a different game when you get these dedicated Talladega Super Speedway series. When you guys literally on a specific day, not every day, but you'll have that one day a week where they run tally, and it's a different kind of racing out here, and you guys do it so much. It's such a science. But man, is it fun to watch.
It is.
Like
That's
Thursday
crazy.
over there at RTG was wild. Last race of the season, Cody Lamas takes the win in a photo finish. First win ever at RTG.
Yeah, that was exciting to watch.
Yeah, he was almost speechless in the post-race interview, because it was like, you win races, but when you win one of these ones with these guys, and this is a similar roster, a lot of the same guys from Thursday are here tonight again, so it's not going to be an easy task.
No, not at all. And we should mention Ken Roberts too. He kind of runs this whole thing. He's our lead admin for this, and he's him and I worked out the rules and and our rules package and our incidents protocol, and he heads up the review team and all that stuff. And he's just been a gem to have. He's a guy you don't want to lose as far as running these leagues and stuff, man. He's been terrific. And he was right in that thing Thursday night too, man. He's a hell of a racer, because we had this conversation where, why guys race where they do. And, when you do win a race, you want to feel like you've beaten the best. You know what I mean? And that's what we've got here. If you want to try to beat the best, this is where you need to be.
Yeah, you need to come to this version of this track, because it's even I don't even know what it is. It's the track, it's the setup, It's everything, all in combination with the drivers, of course, too.
Absolutely.
And
it's
the track is customized to run with the setup that you guys are running too. So
absolutely. I see they've gone into happy hour now, and I would like to mention that, to just thank everybody again that's all involved in this, man, because it is a team effort. And the drivers, again, it boils down to these drivers that are dedicated. They show up every week, and they want to race for points and all that stuff. That is the product that makes itself. You know what I mean? And we're just so blessed to have it here at ASR on Saturday nights. And man, we hope we really provide the viewers with an exciting race, man. I'm really hoping for one tonight. And I'm on the edge of my chair. I can't help it.
Yeah. And if we're plugging stuff, of course, you just see on the sign there, Flat Out Racing and the Tarnation TV logo. Very familiar with the Talladega broadcasts. Of course, the new tickers we're using, Project Steelfire, if you're wondering what the heck's going on the left side of your screen. If you're driving this game, those Project Steelfire overlays have way more options available to drivers. For me, it's just a ticker. Drivers, there's all kinds of stuff. There's like 11 or 12 different modules in there. You should check it out, free. It's got a donate link. Oh, yeah, what's the
cool.
The points here tonight? I guess we could just flip to the points screen.
I could give a shout out. I wanted to give a shout out anyway to one of our drivers, Billy Ellisor. We missed him last week. He had a power outage situation going on, so he had to miss and take a provisional last week. But that still makes him eligible for the Clean Driver Award that we offer. And so far, he's the Iron Man of that situation. He's gone 24 races now without one incident. So he's kind of like in the Hall of Fame as far as that goes.
Yeah.
So we wanted to shout out to him, and we're really glad. I see his name on the list there, so we're really glad to have him back. But I think it's just about time. I'm not sure if they're taken to the track yet. We need to get Robert Spring up here real quick.
He is.
So let me. He is in here?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I guess he has a copy then. Robert Spring, man, thank you so much for bringing us this race tonight. That's an awesome job, man. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay. North Shore Safety is actually owned by Techmark here in Ohio, and it's actually a electrical manufacturing company that specializes in producing safety products for industrial kitchens, marinas, for wet, just in case of appliances have something wrong, it will automatically shut it down. And once it resets, then the personnel can go back to what they were doing.
Yeah, it's literally like a power safety. They can. I was kind of talking about it before with Bryan. I sort of have a similar thing on my computer, just a little battery backup, so wall to prevent surges. And especially in an industrial situation, if you have a major power fault, you could burn really expensive equipment up. So they control all that kind of stuff to keep that stuff safe. Like super expensive equipment's staying safe because these guys are providing that kind of go-between from power coming in from the outside is getting cleaned up before it's passed to the actual machines, I would assume, right?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, I like that stuff.
And
well, that's cool, man. I'm glad you got a chance to, to bring it into this program and get, a little, in our little corner of the virtual world, get some airtime for this company, man. This sounds great.
Yeah. When I had this car painted, actually Blaine painted it for me. And when ASR, All-Star Racing, said they wanted to, go to people sponsoring races, what a great opportunity to bring it on.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much for doing that again. And we got another race coming up for you. I think it's going to be the first or second race when football season starts, the one we had to miss for you this season, man. So we're looking forward to that too. We certainly appreciate you, man. You're being here. Robert actually is a part of our admin team and review team. So we're just, we're lucky to have you, man. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for bringing me on there, Bryan.
rock and roll, man. We'll let you get back down there to practice. And yeah, thanks again for the sponsorship. Thanks for coming up. If we might abduct you halfway through the race too, just to touch base with you.
All righty. Yeah, see if I can keep this thing clean, bring it to the front.
Yeah, go get him, man. Because I mean, we were just talking about Thursday night's race over at RTG and how exciting that race was. And I saw you up front there a little bit, man. So we're rooting for you. Go get him.
Thank you very much.
Win your race and get the. I don't know where you're starting. I'm looking at the lineup here now.
17th, I believe.
17th. Yeah, so you would be eligible for that hard charger, man. Go get both of them.
I'll try to.
Awesome.
All right,
Thanks,
buddy. Good
Bob.
luck.
Oh, you bet. Thank you, gentlemen.
Cool. Yeah, Bob Spring. Flip that back to the.
I think Robert's going to come down and escort Robert back up to the race room. I think he's bringing it on his way with the golf cart.
Yeah. Ken is our out of the booth kind of go between here because we don't have Mr. Weston to juggle TeamSpeak traffic. And away he goes. There he is.
I said Ken just grabbed it.
It's like an alien spaceship just came down and beamed him up.
Yeah. I thought he was going to just pick him up. He yanked him out of the door.
He's like, like, what was that? We were talking with the guy, and all of a sudden, I guess he's gone. But yeah, thanks, thank you, Sir Spring.
Actually, I can take my time a little bit here if we want to, Blaine. To
you're getting whispered. I can hear it.
what was I saying? Yeah, if we can start now I can run down through the lineup here of how they qualified because this is going to be very interesting to say the least.
Do it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, starting on the pole, 931, Robert Breedlove. He's one of our admins here too. Starting second, number 55, Ken Roberts. He's our lead admin tonight, and that's a great qualifying effort for him. Starting third, 00, Kelly Buckshot Causey. In fourth position is number 84, Dante Ricky. Starting in the fifth position, number 21, Randy Wall. He's one to watch for. Starting in the sixth position, number 38, Rodney Sollins, another huge heavy hitter here in these series. Starting seventh, number 41, Denny Carroll, always trying to get to the front. Starting eighth, number 39, Josh Metallic, last week's winner. Starting ninth, our own number 79, Nate Balser. Glad to see him out here. Starting 10th, 889, RJ Cabana. Starting 11th, number 28, Mark Paglia. Starting in the 12th position, number 26, Belly Alisor, our clean driver Ironman. Starting 13th, 088, Tim Nosker comes to us from RTG. Let me take a breath.
Yeah, there's a few names on that list.
Let's see, starting 14th, John Godfrey. He's one of the saints of this sim racing community. I got to give it to him. Number 711, John Godfrey. Starting 15th, 024, Dennis McCarthy. He's been doing well for himself in this series. I think he is actually, yes, he is currently fifth in the points, only a few out. And speaking of, there's only 100 points that separate the top 10, so it's still anybody's game. And tonight's, I think, the night that some of these guys want to turn it around. Starting 16th, Sean Turner, number 136. In the 17th position, our own Robert Spring. Thank you again for the sponsorship, Robert. Go get him. Starting 18th, number 22, Greg Palmer. In the 19th position, 010, number 010, Chris Van Vliet. Starting 20th, number 16, Bobby Farrell. Starting 21st, number 13, Eric Sollins. In the 22nd position, number 12, Andy Luckadoo. Starting 23rd, number 53, Mike Brush. Starting 24th, comes to us from RTG, another huge hitter from over there, Chuck McClure. And the rest of them are going to be Blaine Donlin, our own, starting 26th, our own league owner, David Chin, and that brand new Bryant Motorsports number 88. 27th, number 07, Cy Jones. Starting 29th, number 62, Brian Schilling, up there in the points, running second with 3 to go to catch the leader. 30th is number 5. Is that Matt Becker?
Yep.
Number Thank you. Number 31070 and that's Rick Becker. Number 32, brand new, making his debut tonight. Number 66, Garland Davis, comes to us from OSW. Starting 33rd, number 48, Cody Lamas is still after that hard charger award. And starting shotgun on the field in 34th is our own Mike Mangialardi. So there's your starting lineup.
OSW is Open Speedway, right?
Yes, sir, it is.
Cool.
He wanted to come out and stretch his legs a little bit and give us a try, so we said come on over, and he's making his debut tonight, and we're glad to have him and hope he does well, and we'll watch what happens. I know he's bringing a little bit of a fan base with him. I believe his parents are watching tonight from down in Florida, and they got him on the big screen, and they're, I hope they're watching, and we say hi to them, and we're getting on the grid here.
Cool. No pressure to me for messing up these cameras, since we got the whole family watching. I gotta fly through the grid here, which Bryan just so smoothly spoke of. Of course, we got two Dale Earnhardt's driving that pace car.
Once again, thanks to RTG for the loan of the track. Man, we've had a ball with this, and as you can tell, they love it too, because we've got a handful of those guys coming over here, just knocking them down.
Yep. Yeah, of course, all the awesome paint jobs out here too. Frank Divins, Seth Cole, Rodney Sullins, me. I think I only got one out here today. And that's actually the line guard car. I do love that parts barn, Greg. That's our main sponsor for the season.
Dave Chin,
deal. So, Mr. Dave
Chin. That is a beautiful car. I think that's a Rodney Sullins job there. Yeah, because we had gotten together. Yeah, we had gotten together and ordered that car for him. We did it kind of as a surprise for, as a thank you for all he does for us around here. Because without him, this doesn't exist.
See, and Dave Chin had a very cool looking car before, sponsored by Bryant Motorsports, Parts Barn, and all that stuff. And then I like what Rodney did, where he kind of took the car that he already had and then just sort of gave it a little bit of a facelift. It's not far from where it used to be, but it definitely is a nice change too. It's nice to kind of freshen some stuff up. So,
man, I usually Rod does this part when he leads him down to the green. I'm a little bit nervous there.
Yeah, Rod's good at talking about stuff. Me, not so much. I'm good at making things look pretty. So,
yeah, absolutely.
The broadcast looks pretty because that's all me. You get another guy to do all the talking.
Well, we always got to thank you guys too, man, because I've said it before, even back when I was racing and you guys for covering us, and I always thank you for making us look better than we actually are.
Well, no, I mean, we can only do it with quality drivers too. And again, we've got we haven't done a lap yet, so I can't see the official car count, but currently under the parade lap, as they say, Robert Breedlove, Ken Roberts, Kelly Causey, Dante Ricky, Sullins, Juan, Carroll, Metallic,
Good Lord. I mean, this is incredible that just this batch of drivers that have assembled here on Saturday nights. This is crazy. You can't ask for better drivers than this. I always build them up, and sometimes bad things happen, but here they come. The pace car is about to go off.
And what's cool too is we can just look at the paint jobs and know who these guys are. So that's a bonus too of calling a race with similar leagues all the time, is we don't need to look the names up. When we first got on with Maverick, it was tough because they literally have an entire roster completely separated from our field. So I was like, oh man, I'll learn a bunch of new names now. But anyway, Robert Breedlove in that Firehouse Subs Chevrolet Camaro right next to the 55. Ken Roberts, there's your green flag. Race number 6 underway. 66 laps on the clock. Sponsored by Bob Spring.
Wow, man.
Rod Busted and I and Spring also play that Valheim game together all the time. So
okay,
the brand new version coming out in a couple weeks. It's gonna be great.
It looks like the lines are forming already. That inside line got the. Whoa, we got a couple around back there.
Do they re-rack them? Because I don't mind.
No, they will not. No, they will race back every lap too.
Okay.
That was again. thankfully near the back. I'm kind of going to back up and see.
Yeah, so this is a race back league. Yeah, most leagues will freeze the field when the yellow comes out. Not here at All-Star Racing. They run the old school points with the old school cautions as well. So Robert Beliv will take that lap. And yeah, now that I've got actual cars over the line, we got 32 people on track this evening. We'll go back and take a look at that.
It looked like, well, I'm just kind of watching it now. Oh, the 13 and the 16 got together. The 13 looked like he washed up a little bit, and as they were forming three wide on the outside, it doesn't look like anybody took on real major damage. A couple of spin outs, and one I think was into the wall, but
yeah,
that was Chuck McClure too.
Yeah. 13 is Eric. Is that Eric level or?
No, the 13
Eric
is Eric Sullins. Yes, sir. That's I believe the cousin of our awesome painter, Rodney Sullins.
Yeah, I can see he got a little bit wobbly down there on that bottom line. So Bobby had nowhere to go. Collected Chuck too. Hopefully nothing too bad. See what these guys decide to do. I'm assuming they're going to be making their way down pit lane.
I believe the ones that spun and lost maybe some tire issues or whatever, I definitely will. Being that it's only lap 2, I think I would say the majority would stay out.
Some dodging there. Some went, some didn't. Some were gonna, some faked them out. Breedlove will stay out. There's Sullins. Yeah, everybody else is coming in.
It could be partly too. I mean, it could be like let's try from the back this time strategy. With only 1 or 2 laps under their belt, and this probably will be a shortened caution. They run that EXE where they can make the caution, take a lap off,
right,
and get them back under, get them back under green right away.
We got to get a hold of Bobby. I keep saying this. Bobby Farrell is running with no sponsor. We should be slapping a Tarnation TV to jump on that thing. I have a Chevy. I have a Chevy that I drive, a 72 number Chevy. I could just change the number and send it to him. He's driving a Ford, so I don't know if he'd be willing to drive my Chevy, but
I was thinking about that too. He could at least put a sign on there that says, sponsorship space available or something.
Yeah. We've mentioned it before. You know what? I'm going to write it down, Bob. Might reach out to him. How much you want, Bobby? I'll put a turn. I got a paint job and everything. I just got to change the number to a 16.
There are so many cool looking cars out here, though. I don't know that we should. Well, without Rod, we really can't do that too much.
Sure, we can. What do you want?
You're going to say pull a driver up in here and talk to him, but they're going to go back green here anyway. So that's a little bit too much work. Let me concentrate on who's left. It's just one of those things, I mean, you can't predict this. Once that green flag drops, it's way out of anybody's control. What's going to happen?
The one thing about that ticker I noticed, there's a driver highlighted in yellow, and it's Mike Mangialardi, and I don't know what the highlighted driver means. He doesn't have the fastest lap. That's Eric Sullins right now, 52.51. He didn't get the pole because that was Robert Breedlove. So I don't know why there's a driver in yellow. Unless he's the lucky dog, but there's literally nobody around either. So I don't know what that means. Notice that right there. 23rd position, Gilardi is highlighted in yellow. I don't know why. I guess I could ask. I guess I could ask Jonathan, the guy who created the tickers. He's very quick to respond to questions and suggestions and always adding new stuff. Every version they come out with is packed full of brand new things. They're working on so many different styles of tickers. It's insane. They're working on being able to highlight drivers if you guys are in a playoff situation, which is cool. But that's not me. I didn't highlight him.
I don't know. I guess it'll all come out in the wash. I'm looking at
Find out
this
one day.
Robert Spring. I'm watching him roll around here under caution, and I don't know if it was because of pit stops or how he maneuvered himself on that very first lap, but he started 17th, and now he's up to like 8th, 9th. So, I've got my eye on him. He's chomping at the bit, man. He wants to win his own race. It'd be so cool to see.
Well, and we talk about that, and it's already been done because the 22 did it.
Yeah, you're right.
He had the hard charger, because we made that joke every time. We're like, hey, why don't you go get the hard charger? Why don't you win your own race, Greg? And he did for the Easy Auto Detailing race we got a few weeks back. So this car was like, sponsored a race, qualified last. So he got the hard charger, and he won. So it's like gained the most positions and won the race in his own sponsorship. It was, we say it was rigged, but it's not.
It was funny because when we interviewed him, I told him, I said, hey, go get the hard charger and the win. And he went and did it. And then afterwards, I said, that's the first time you've ever listened to what I have to say.
Yeah.
And here we go. We got a re-rack. We're ready to go again.
Is he one of your administrators here as well, or?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
no, he races. He pitches in though. I mean, he stepped up and grabbed that sponsorship and and paid for the broadcast and stuff. So I mean, he is a definite
fantastic
contributor to this.
Yeah, and I always call him.
Here we go again.
I always call him 3G Greg Palmer because it's G-R-E-G-G Palmer.
And again, that bottom line got the huge push, but I think that top line will just come with the momentum after they get him up to speed. Takes about 3/4 of a lap to get them up to full speed.
Yeah.
Coming up through the gears, they should be shifting into fourth about now.
Yeah, that's the trick too. Sometimes guys will pop gears. If you're gonna pop one, first or second is a good one. Don't pop fourth.
Oh no, because your night's done. Then you can only limp it around until it blows up.
I mean, first is probably the best one because you can still get it rolling fairly quickly with 2, 3, 4, but like third is even a tough one because it's a pretty important gear because you guys will run in third for a while before switching to fourth. So you'll need somebody to push you through that second to fourth transfer.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm still watching this bottom line. It's got it hooked up. Robert Breedlove's still leading that lap with Randy Waugh giving him huge shoves down the back with Josh Metallic and RJ Cabana, who's definitely a seasoned veteran at this Talladega racing. But I think that outside line is, they're gathering up. There's a little door banging going on there.
Yeah, Paglia into Carroll into Buckshot, really hard. But Buckshot like Kelly Cossey can take a hit. That was a pretty good one in the turn too. That's why I had that reaction. Was, bumping in the turn.
Oh no! John Godfrey got turned. Oh man!
The line there.
Oh, that's collecting a bunch of cars back there.
Guys are rolling.
We'll watch them go back to the. Looks like they're just taking it easy on each other up front, not trying to steal anything from anybody.
Yellow came out before before they got to the stripe anyway, so we are under caution now. That was a ride and a half.
Oh man, McCarthy involved.
He got the worst of it, I think. Holy smokes! It had nothing to do with it either. He's just out there minding his own business.
Oh boy, that collected a few cars. It looks like we still. I think I'm still live. No, I'm pulling a rod now.
And it hooks and starts rolling.
That's heartbreaking for Godfrey.
Yeah. Yeah, John's luck is not good here sometimes.
And it looks like he has retired.
Sorry, John. We love that guy.
I hate that for him. Yeah, I hate that for him because he's passionate about this just like anybody else, man. Yeah. And he seems to be one of those guys that if there's going to be bad luck, it'll find him. For some reason. And
he's
I'm
an asset
for that guy.
He's an asset to the community. I'll be careful how I use the word asset. He's an asset to the community because of all the track modifications he can do. Like I don't know how to. It's using that old sandbox program. It's just an absolute nightmare. But but John knows how to do it, and it's so great, the contributions he makes. But then he gets stuck, you know, in the eye of the storm, if you say.
Right? Yeah, I see a majority of them. I see a majority of them on pit road right now. They are only 7 laps in. Of course, you know, everybody's going to pit. But I noticed the leaders stayed out to maybe try to keep some other drivers from gaining that point. Because some of these guys are like, when it comes to this points racing, they're like mathematical geniuses, you know?
And it really is like, you lead a lap, it's 1 point. Oh, what's 1 point going to do when you're talking about 300 points at the end of the season?
Well, when you do it 10 times in a row,
Yep.
that's, you know, yeah.
If you get 3 laps led, but you're finishing in the top 5 every week, and you're only able to lead like 3 laps the whole season, and it comes down to a 2-point difference, you think about, wow, you know, what if I didn't lead those laps? Because sometimes it literally is that close. It can be a 1, 2, 3 point spread between first and second. And then if you go back,
right,
and
it's
look,
3 points right now. In fact, yeah, it's
yeah,
only
like you're
3
like-
step. Yeah,
if the it is a 3-point spread between Metallic and Schilling,
first and second. Yeah,
and it's like, okay, in the last race, on the last lap, when it's all said and done, if let's just say Metallic wins championship with 200 points, and Schilling's got 198. And you're like, is there anywhere that Schilling could have got 3 points? And you go back and you see that he didn't lead a lap in 5 races. That could have been it. It's literally,
oh my goodness,
that small of a thing. You know, that's why they will definitely always try to lead one.
yeah. I'm looking at these leaders that are up here now, and they still have not pitted. Some of them going in from the
nope.
back.
I'm showing Greg Palmer, no pit. Garland Davis, Denny Carroll, RJ Cabana, Randy Wan, Robert Breedlove have not pit.
And that flag ain't waving. The lights are going out this time, I believe. So these guys are taking an awful gamble. If I'm seeing what I'm seeing is correct. Wow, look at that 66 creeping up there in fifth, sixth spot. Newcomer, Garland Davis, number 66, and that, what is that? That Longhorns, Texas Pete. What is that?
Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. Thank you.
Yeah. Got a Jack Daniels logo on the side. Look at this ring. Awesome. What else has he got on this car?
That's
Texas
outstanding paint
Roadhouse.
job. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're hoping he's having a good time. He's, like I said, it's his first time here with us tonight, and he wanted to come out and give it a try. And I know him to be a really competitive guy, and he's fair and, you know, good, clean racer. And I told him, you know, if he wanted to come over and give us a try, he'd fit right in. Come and you like it, you know, stick around. If not, you're, you know,
There's the door.
yeah, right.
But no, that's cool. Always welcome. That's,
Oh, yeah.
That's a cool paint job, too. It doesn't have a
He
Sullivan's
comes
logo
to us-
on it, which means somebody else did it.
Actually, and he, you know, the reason that he come over to try us was because he's actually from OSW, and he can still, when we're done here, because they start at 10:30 Eastern. So when we're done here, he can quick get out of here and go race with them still on a Saturday night. So, you know, he wanted to come and give it a try and see how it goes. You know,
And that's why I already had that car file, because Rod and I have done some races at the end of the month.
Right,
We'll
right.
do races for OSW on Monday nights.
yeah, I
Monday
always
Night
want to give
Madness.
those guys a plug because you know, they do good things over there, man. I've had fun over there, and they're doing all the right things. And
Well, they
23 years they've been doing this.
Right, and they literally, I think their server's on an infinite loop.
Yeah, they've got some broadcasting stuff coming up too. That's going to be pretty exciting. Man, the pace car's off again. We're going to try this again, Blaine.
Sure, why not? That's what we're here for.
Trying to see if we can't get some green flag in here.
Only car retired so far, John Godfrey. Everybody else is still running. Everybody else is on the lead lap.
That's a shame. You know, I hate that for that guy. I really do. Because he's, you know, normally he's a front runner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's no mid-pack guy. You know what I mean? So
Well, and it's
And
like
he don't have and he don't have a ton of incidents on that list. You'd be hard pressed to find his number on there.
Oh, they're getting squirrely again. They had the fan out there. Looks like looks like Kazi had to make a move. But yeah, like Godfrey didn't look like he had too much hard damage, but then you never really know, I guess. It's too bad he didn't stay out and try to see how it reacted, because sometimes if you're surrounded by cars in a draft, the thing will run okay, as long as you've got a push.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Kazi and
watching this front group here, and man, are they coming close to each other. Wow,
Yeah.
They're off each other's bumpers by not that much, but enough to make you hold your breath, man. Wow.
We're going nope.
They thought
wide there.
better of that. 4 wide. They're going
Almost
3
for a
wide there,
second,
halfway back. Yeah.
Spring,
But man, we were just
Carroll.
talking about Garland Davis. Look at him go up to 3rd.
Yep, that 66 we were just staring at.
Yeah. Josh Metallic giving him a nice shove and working right with him. Mark Paglia, another front runner. Rodney Sullins. And look, Randy Wall on the outside. Man, this is... Wow.
Look at Davis
he just
looking
moved out.
to the outside. That'll help Randy. Give him a lap in a bit, and Randy will be right on him. Oh, Kazi making it 3 wide.
I would never second guess these guys. Wow.
No. Follow Randy here for a second. Hi, Corey. Corey Waugh, probably watching Dad drive. I don't know if
we got to
Corey
give a
watches
shout out
live, but he definitely does watch the replay.
Whoa, Rodney made with the quick move to the outside. Holy.
We got Al Sullins. We got Papa
Denny
Sullins
Carroll
watching.
gets stuck by himself on the inside there on the middle lane, going 3 wide.
Yeah.
I guess, Ken Roberts knows what he's doing. He's going to come down there and join him. He thinks that lane's faster, which looks like for the moment it is. 53 down to the bottom.
We got Al Sullins in the YouTube chat. Thanks for watching, Mr. Sullins.
16, who was caught up in that first wreck and got, I don't think he hit anything.
Oh,
We got
53.
Mike Rush is off the surface. Can he save it? He cannot. Nobody hits him.
Yellow's still up, but nice. Nice save.
Man, that was some tactical. That was some veteran moves if I ever saw it, avoiding that one.
Racing
Wow.
back, huge push on that outside. Was coming with a head of steam, too. Breedlove wasn't first until Paglia and Schilling and Rodney got a hold of Josh Metallic. That might be Metallic's lap right here after that. We saw them shoot
Phew,
by about
man.
2 or 3 car lengths.
Are we still green, or are they racing
Yeah,
back?
racing
okay,
back, yeah.
okay. Metallic took that lap.
Metallic,
looks like
Rodney,
he's our
and
points leader.
Metallic, Paglia, and Waugh, your top 3 there at the line.
Whew. Man, oh man, oh man.
Good save by Mike. I don't
It
believe
was.
Anybody really got wrecked. The only reason they brought the yellow up was because he was actually obstructing the race. But we'll see here from the replay. He gets off
let's
on the
take a look.
apron
Come
there. I believe he gets down on the apron again in the corner, and then it's hard to save it coming back up to the transition. So here it comes.
Yeah, he's on 2 different.
Oh, we got a little bump from the 17. Oh, man, he was somehow, and they were able to avoid. Great heads-up play by Mangialardi. Oh, and Sullins just missed him.
Wow.
Sullins in the 13, Eric Sullins. Great heads-up play by everybody. You know what we should do? We should get on the 13 and see his cockpit view of that, see what he saw. That's always stressful.
Don't be afraid to go full blast. Right? My voice needs a rest here for a second anyway.
I don't think we have that set up for you guys.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No. Where did it happen? Did I miss it?
I don't think anybody really was else involved except for the 53 that took a spin there, but I think that was about it. He'll more than likely stay in this one.
I think it happens in this turn? Nope. No, it happened in turn 1, right? Here he comes. It's a
Yeah,
close
he's
one.
just now entering pit road with the rest of them coming in on lap 2. The second time by. So Boy, that 12 car. That's the Rat Fink Grateful Dead album cover. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to take a different look at that, and I messed it up.
Well, we talked about before how Breedlove and the leaders, stayed out with, when they had that last incident on lap 7, and we wondered why. And this is maybe what they were anticipating, getting a few extra laps led out of it. And now they have the opportunity to pit, and they probably should, at this point, because you're, under green flag conditions, you're looking at 18, 19 laps pushing it on fuel.
Take a look at that YouTube feed. Watch how close Eric Sullins just avoided that 53. I got on the corner. You'll see it coming up. 15 seconds here on the broadcast, Brian.
I just saw it, yeah. Wow.
Literally,
you're on the side window of...
yeah. That front air dam was under the side skirt of that 13. That's the reaction time. Just missed him. That's cool. Thank you, Tyler Mallon, for the introduction of FreeCam, which is the software utility which I use to do all that neat stuff with the cameras. Another thing that never existed until a community member created it. How? I have no idea. But thanks, Tyler.
David Shin pulls off down pit road. I think these guys are probably at this point with 15 laps down, doing the math. I think they're going to top off and try to get that extra lap. That puts McCarthy to the lead. He came from the rear of the field too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you'd be able to back up and go into the qualifying standings on your console there to see where they started. I guess I could do it too if I hide my screen. Angelardi, you said?
Dennis McCarthy.
The 024 of McCarthy's qualifying spot was...
He actually has some roof damage. He might be... okay, I was mistaken. I think he may be a lap down. It looks like he's going to take the lucky dog position.
15th. McCarthy was 15th. Yeah, he took he took about 7 or 8 rolls in that first caution flag. Or the second one, I think. It's back live.
I can't imagine there not being a lot of chatter in the race room right now on TeamSpeak. These guys are really going at it. It just seems a little bit early to me, but man, there's none of it, it goes all against all your instincts to just get in here and say, I'm just gonna ride at the beginning, you know what I mean? And then you get, then you take the green and it's like, nope, I'm going to the front.
Yeah. One of the Dales.
I don't know that McCarthy might be having a fuel problem here. Now he's going to the back of the field. Or if he's coming back down pit road to try to do something here, but he'll remain a lap down. Or no, they're showing him in the first position. He was up there leading that lap. Now he's coming back to the track. What is he up to? Pace car's off. They're about to go green.
Josh Metallic, second position.
They do have lane choice, so I'm guessing that Metallic took the bottom, and here they come.
Yeah, Metallic back there showing causing Nelson Sullins, Ricky, Van Fleet, Breedlove, Wally, top 10.
Kelly Causey staying committed right up there, the first 1 or 2 cars in that outside line. He's really staying committed out there. I've seen that car up there just about the whole race. Bagley will help him. 38. Yeah, him and the 38 are teammates, and that's, I always like to say it's a dangerous combination when you see these couple cats get together.
Are you talking about the 39 and the 38?
The 00 and the 38. Those guys are
Right.
teammates, and you got 55, a couple cars back. You know, it's you say teammates, but you're used to these guys working together a lot because they do it a lot together. You know, so
Yeah.
Josh Metallic knows how to stay, and he's got his teammate from RTG down there, Brian Schilling. And I say teammate because they both come to us from RTG, and they are, man, these guys are tough competitors. This is crazy. 55, look at his MO. He's always wanting to take this thing 3 wide and
Yep.
get something done, man. And here he comes leading that outside line. You watch him gain momentum here in the next few laps.
The 55 and the 56, who's not out here tonight, Jeffrey Elliott, are big fans of that top line. I would be up there, but I'd be right up there with them. The top line will catch all the debris, but it's a fast way around if you know where to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Right behind
It's like they're doing
Balser, the 79. It's a cool looking car. First race we saw that brand new paint job, he wrecked out in like the second lap. So,
well, I mean, they're
Sonics.
still running very close together, but I mean, they're wow. Kent Roberts, he's so fun to watch just because you see two lanes forming, totally nice and smooth. And he ain't having it. He's going to the outside for sure. He's got our dear friend Nate Balzer right behind him, pushing him on the outside line. That's kind of his MO too. You get used to some of these guys and their styles and their, you kind of know, you can figure out where they're going to go when they're with certain other drivers. You know what I mean? It's what experience brings to this too. Is just, man, it's so fun to watch this. I'm so glad I'm up here and not down there in that hornet's nest.
You're not a fan of bumper to bumper at 203 mile an hour?
I am, but I'm a fan from up here.
Yeah, it's exciting on both sides. I haven't had a wheel on the front of the desk in a long time, and I actually signed up for that big race coming up in a couple of weeks, but I got a concert to go to on the 23rd, so I had to pull out of that.
I see. Yeah, man, this is, oof. It's so hard to describe if you've never done this, or raced a real race car for that matter. But this stuff it can get intense. When it does go 3 wide, you're in the middle, and it's just white knuckles because you can't. The whole entire field is moving you. There's nowhere you can go. You can't go inside, outside, back, front, and you're not in control of that thing at all. Except for holding it still.
Yep.
And not making any sudden moves and chasing that bird away.
And it's really knowing how to trust your neighbors, because you're trusting all these guys. You're leaning on each other, little inches, or actually touching, really.
Yeah, they're touching.
Bump draft, and you're actually pushing them right. Mom's texting me. Hi, Mom. I had to text her. I got a brand new phone finally. I'm not got the same iPhone for 10 years. Finally got an upgrade today, so got a new phone, Mom.
It's always fun to get a new toy like that.
Yeah, I just had enough. Like, whatever. Let's give me a brand new rig and pay the extra $5 a month. Who cares?
Oh man, now maybe they're starting to settle in now. Kind of maybe feeling each other out. Let's get some laps under our belt and figure out how this is going to turn out. But then again, there goes Ken. He says, "Nope, I ain't having none of that."
There's your boy, the 66 on the top there, trying to get a line going. Garland Davis.
Oh man, they're around again. RJ Cabana, Brian Schilling.
Oh my!
That one happened further up.
Palmer.
Oh my goodness. Oh
This
man,
is
that's
wow.
It's a
Call
parking
the
lot down
parts
here in the
barn.
grass.
Somebody call the
It's a-
parts barn.
It's a parking lot down here in this infield.
Speaking of a parts barn, now a word from our sponsor.
This car for Grandma. Me too. He got it at Bryant Motorsports on High Street in Portsmouth. She's really gonna love it. I know, right? If you need a car, give us a call at 393-2600. That's 393-2600.
At the Parts Barn Used Auto Parts, we're crushing cars and prices. The last Saturday of every month is half price. We pull for you, or you pull your own and save even more. Call or search inventory at partsbarnva.com. The Parts Barn, Suffolk and Portsmouth.
So yeah, thank you to our sponsor at the Parts Barn, because we might need you guys out. We got a lot of spare parts for you guys. We've tracked down the accident, the 889 of RJ, right at the front there, got turned, and that turned into an absolute parking lot, unfortunately. Oh man, I'm looking at a lot of things going on here. Yeah, a lot of damage there. Who did the hop? Oh man. Eric Sullins, full speed on the apron, shot the 70 over the 48 of Lamas. Yowza. Take a slow motion look at this here, looking at this 070 Rick Becker. Just getting her slowed up. Over top of the 48. So what's that look like? What's the view from the cockpit look like of the 48? So there's the 070, and here's the 48. It's obscured by undercarriage. So yeah, that's what happens at Talladega. Sometimes. That's a shame for a lot of guys involved in that one, unfortunately. The 48, the 070, the 136, the 41, 22. Randy Waugh back there at the 21. Cy Jones in the 7. Brush in the 53. Yeah. I think it would be safe to say pit road is going to be a busy place. Let's check out pit road entrance cam. I'm assuming most of these guys will be coming back in here. Lap number 24, almost at its completion. Who will stay out? We were talking about that before, like every lap led counts. It looks like 74. Robert Spring will choose to stay out. Get a lap led on that one. Robert Spring leading a lap, has not led a lap until right there. So yeah, perfect call by Robert. There goes one lap. Robert Breedlove has 12 laps led. Rodney Sellens has 3. Robert Spring has 1, and so does Dennis McCarthy, and so does David Chin and Randy Waugh, our lap leaders tonight. Fastest lap so far on the evening, Rick Becker with a 47.807. This is caution number 4, caution lap number 12.
I am back with you, Blaine. Sorry about that. I had to step away for just a quick second.
No problem. Great crawl by Robert Spring in the line guard car. Staying out
number
to
74.
lead. Yep, staying out to lead his first lap. So there you go. Bonus point for Spring. And yeah, a lot of cars caught up in that, got some big damage. Some of them still on pit road here. Becker got tossed.
I noticed Ken Roberts. I don't know. Do we know if he was caught up in that? I noticed he's back in 24th. He might have been on pit road for just a minute fixing some damage. I don't know if he was caught up in that or not.
It's
coming down to fuel now, though. I hear a couple of these guys clutching. So for some of them, though, it is habit, you know.
Clutching is just automatic. Yeah, they don't even think about it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't believe Robert. I think Roberts was in front of it. It happened up front, but I think Roberts was in front of the wreck. Yeah, to confirm, there's a replay off from Roberts' car. He was sitting in third.
Kelly Causey, I noticed, is to the back also. Now, some of them are peeling off now to go down pit road.
This is briefly, I believe, on the lap that it happened. Yeah, so you can see there the accidents happened behind them. So Roberts, Balsers, Rodney Sullins,
Okay.
Causey, Nofsker, Spring, and Van Vliet got
Gosh, that collected a lot of cars. Wow.
and Dante as well. It did, yeah.
My goodness.
But you know what I mean? The parts barn always got room for more parts.
Yeah, yeah. I did see you. We should give a shout out to Kaylee and Haley too, the two girls in the commercial. You know, that commercial was done, 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah. We're working on getting them to redo it.
Haley, the girl in the passenger seat in that commercial, just got her first win in the, the
Yes.
Enduro at Langley Speedway. And, yeah, she's doing real well in racing in her own right, man. So we give a shout out to her for sure. And Kaylee, I believe they're cousins. I'm not sure, but I know she works in the offices there at Bryant Motorsports and keeps all those guys in line and keeps paperwork straight and does a good job, according to Dave.
You know what we need to do is get them a computer within the last 10 years or so and get them on here.
Yeah, there you go.
If the one's racing, she could play this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Your plastic
We'll
steering
have to
wheel.
talk to Mr. Chin about that one.
Yeah, want to do some bump drafting. Like I said, if you got a computer within the last 10 to 12 years, you could make this work easy. Oh, the lights are back on. Did I just see that? Were the lights not off?
I see the caution lights are
They
flashing.
were off. No, the lights were off. You see the lights
It
are
may
off
have
on the pace car right there. And they decided to extend it one lap because they turned it back on.
Well, let's see if the pace car pulls off because they are lined up to restart.
Yeah, but halfway through that last
No,
set of
they're gonna
turns,
go one more.
They threw them back on again, so something must have happened.
Something might have got mixed up in the. I don't know. A couple of them are peeling off the fuel.
Might as well
Yep,
do it
Metallic,
again, yep.
McClure, all season veterans. Yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
If they're back there anyway, why not stop off? Top it off and get as much fuel packed in that thing as you can.
Yeah, especially since we are about halfway through. So let's stay focused on the pace car here. They'll probably go off this time. Yeah, they're off again. Which always means one more to green, unless they turn it back on again. So, see if this time they stay off. Stay on the pace car the whole way.
David Chin and that number 88 cars are hanging in there, starting about mid-pack this time. Up next to 13 Eric Solins.
That's a neat executable you guys have loaded into the server, but you can literally, even though it says 1 to green with the lights out, halfway around you can fire it back up again.
Yeah.
And then say, no, 1 to go. So it's, yeah, that's neat. This game's come a long way with all these little tweaks and additions.
Oh gosh, you're not kidding, man. Over 20, this thing's been around, going on 24 years now. And still going strong. I mean,
Yeah, its birthday will be coming up in November, right? And it'll be 2006. It's like, yeah. 24 years.
and that's something. And then with all the all the add-ons and mods and tracks and
Yeah.
all that stuff that comes with it, and the the
utilities.
setup tweaks, the utilities, the stuff that you can, the track
ticker,
designs and
The
all
free
that
camera.
stuff.
There's a thing a guy's working on online. It's like this real-time track INI AI editor. So you can load in different tracking INI files as the race is going, and the artificial intelligence cars will change the style in which they're racing in real time. So these guys that simulate seasons using the artificial intelligence in the game,
Oh, that's crazy.
it's
stuff,
crazy.
man.
So
That's-
they'll start more aggressively racing here at Talladega. They'll keep their space and they'll give each other space, but then he'll switch the INI. You can switch the INI file for them to get closer and start bumping harder. They've actually figured out how to make the AI bump draft.
Yeah,
So if
this
you
is
don't even
crazy.
race online, you just want to simulate your own races with the computer graph, like with the computer brain. the artificial intelligence in this thing's 25 years old, but
Here we go, green again, man.
it's pretty awesome.
38 of Rodney Sullins leading them down this time. With, I believe that's Tim Nosker on the outside.
That's another thing we forget about too. We talk about artificial intelligence, you know, how we generate the art and the videos and all that weird stuff. But artificial intelligence has been around for a long time in different aspects.
Oh, they're spinning
Another
again.
crack back there. Yellow is up again. But the artificial intelligence in this game is like when you're racing against computer-driven cars, they need to think for themselves. And the AI in this game is absolutely top level. For the game it's crazy how good it is. And it can be tweaked.
This occurred on the restart, actually, from the back. There looked to seem there's they're kind of got an accordion effect going here. There was a big gap.
I'm backing up now.
The 17 had nowhere to go but up the middle there.
Okay, I'll focus on Chuck. Oh yeah, there was a big space there. I wonder what happened. Get a helicopter view of this. This might be better.
And then to finish it off,
Yeah, they were
it
not
looked like-
tight on that restart at all.
the 21, I think, maybe have some engine damage or something. Got against the wall and just got together with another. I can't see what car it was. It was that Green Bay Packers car.
Becker, the 070.
Believe so, and went spinning down to the infield, and that was enough to bring the caution out again. But they were 3 wide immediately in the back there. Somebody either missed a gear or something stacked them up near the back there. And even
weird.
racing back to the line, they're banging off each other. Wow.
It was really strange looking because they were not tight on that restart. Usually they're a lot closer to each other. There was way more spacing going on at the back. So I don't know what happened. Looks like everybody will be coming down again.
Yeah, that's definitely, it's going to be a fuel game now, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, you're still going to have to pit at least once more.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see any tires being taken here. It's just going to be gas and go here.
So the official changed it to a stop sign, let the pack go by. The last car
Breedlove
passes
in.
from the back.
Yeah, Rodney Sullins is already in and down and away. 84, same thing. Dante Ricky. I'm sure the 931 will follow him out. Actually, the 79 and 8 balls are following him out. That was smart. Because he was in the 17th position. See where he ends up taking the fuel. If somebody, I think maybe if it's going to turn into a fuel game like that, then everybody might as well come in and top it off, you know?
Matt Becker, engine damage forces him to retire. RJ Cabana and John Godfrey also.
And that's where due to crashes. I mean, that's, you know, it's unfortunate, but it's, again, it's something that's not really in anybody's control. It's not, you know, we leave the racing in the driver's hands. So, you know, once the green flag drops, it's, you know, it's, you know, you're just really watching a controlled tornado and wondering what it's going to hit next, you know?
Yeah. That's the thing, too. Everybody out here is racing for real. Like, you know, there's an actual person behind every car out here. So the AI is fun to race against, but nothing beats an online league. Focus on the leader
Oh,
here.
yeah. It's once you get a taste of it. I mean, it's, you know, like I said, I've been doing this 23 years. You know, a good 20 of those years have been doing it online with, you know, points racing and stuff like that. So once you get a little taste of it, and then you get a little taste of success at doing it, it's you can't stop doing it until someone forces you to or something. You know what I mean? That's how it is for me anyway. I still get excited, and still, even from here, you know, I get so excited watching this stuff, but being in one of these cars, you know, it's you can't describe it. It's so hard to describe.
Exhilarating.
And it's not easy, we talk a lot about how hard it is to win these races, and you throw on top of that trying to stay out of trouble and stay out of these wrecks so that you can give yourself a chance to be there at the end. It's the luck has to be there. You know what I mean? Skill is one thing, experience is another, but luck is one of the main ingredients. Without that, you don't have it.
Got a guy in the YouTube chat there, or I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but a person in the YouTube chat, Aviation Filmography, asks, hey, could my team join this? Certainly. If you got a couple of drivers that want to get in on this, definitely contact the league. They'll probably take you out for a couple of practice races before they let you join the main event, if they're not familiar with who you are. But always looking for new drivers.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna, it comes down to basically experience, because all of these guys, if you took all the years of experience, combined here, you'd have to be a NASA engineer to figure it out.
Hundreds of years. Because you've got guys. Who's the 86-year-old? I can't remember. Somebody's 80s in their 80s, and then you've got other guys that are like 17 years old. So we literally span like a 60 to 70 years of age between people who roll in this game. It's crazy to think that, that's how cool this is.
Oh, it's been so much fun, man.
Everybody. If you're a NASCAR fan, this is a simulator. You'll never find a league running in an arcade mode. Maybe you would, but I wouldn't.
We coming to green again here?
I've never played this game in arcade mode. I would have no idea how to drive in arcade mode.
Now, who's going to lead them down this time?
Well, McClure is there, right next to Cyber, fellow
Chuck
Canadian.
McClure, you remember what we said about him? He must have got his ears pinned back, because there he is in the front.
Yep. And he
Newcomer
took some
66,
damage in one of those
Garland
wrecks,
Davis
too.
right there in third again.
Nope.
Somebody did not get going on that start.
They forfeited the yellow. The lights are not on, but they are not going. Huh. There is something in the air tonight.
There has to be. Don't know what's happened there, unless it was another random thing and they're trying to figure it out right now.
Yeah, pace car is back out on the track, but the lights are still off. Which means the next time around they'll go green again. That's what happened.
It'll go right back in. Yeah. Somebody was either out of line or down under the yellow, or the yellow line, or something caused that to. I don't know if they got out of order as the pace car went in and it detected it as, I don't know.
Do you think
that's
the
weird.
game called that or an admin called that?
I have no idea. I'd have to go through my conduit down to race control. I'm not sure if I want to do that right now.
Sounds like he might have his hands full. He might want to leave him alone.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know if the broadcast would learn some new words. I think if you called Ken Roberts right now.
I don't know if possibly some of these guys are struggling with some engine damage or some lost gears, perhaps. But I'm seeing an accordion effect kind of pattern going here, and I think if they could get going and get spread out, and
they're not as tight as they usually are on the restarts, which is weird because we do this every week. What I find too is
McClure will control this restart here. Cy Jones is no stranger to being where he's at. Brian Schilling there in third. And again, newcomer, number 66, Garland Davis, right there, ready to pounce. And his car looks clean.
You say newcomer, he's not. He's been playing this game a long time. Newcomer to this league, for sure.
Right, yeah, to this series. Yeah, I didn't mean it. Yeah, he's not, a rookie by any means. Nailed that restart, too. There, I'm on helicopter view watching the field now.
Thanks to everybody, too, watching this thing. If you watch it live, if you watch the replay, all the broadcasts
not
go
again.
in.
Are you kidding me?
Yellow flag is up again. Yep. I don't know what's going on.
Somebody's getting nervous.
looks like they're not. Oh no, they're still running. Okay.
Oh, no yellow?
Yeah, yellow's up. I just mean
Okay.
the race back situation is definitely focusing on the leader.
It's looking like possibly the 13 did not get going. He backed up and stacked them. And then, yeah, the 55 and 79. I mean, that's not like them. I believe the 13 is up there kind of holding that line back. He's probably being instructed at this point to get it in the back for the next restart.
Thanks again, everybody watching live or in the replay. Either way, all these videos, there's hundreds of them up there now that go into replay mode. YouTube will hold on to them forever, which is super cool. We got a great big catalog of stuff. Watch this whole channel evolve. And of course, 470, 469 subscribers. We're getting close to 500. I'm curious to see what YouTube will do for us at 500. So usually don't care about subscribers, but if you are watching and you are not subscribed, you kind of need if you did, because at 500, different stuff happens behind the scenes. So we're just kind of interested to see what options open up on YouTube in behind the scenes to, what we can do and how far we can push this thing.
So I'm watching the pace car. It finally got up to him. I'm seeing who's going to. Well, they're just coming onto the back stretch. So
yeah, about 33. We're exactly halfway through the race, so there's 33 laps to go as well.
Oh no, Dante Ricky just disappeared. It's my screen.
He's using the Ghost's power up from Mario Kart.
I don't know about all that, but let's see. What's his number? 84, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And it's still showing him missing. He just disappeared coming onto pit road. I seen him, the aliens got him.
Yeah. The same guys who abducted Robert Spring from the booth in the post-race or the pre-race interview got Dante as well.
Yeah, he did leave in a hurry, didn't he?
Yeah. Dante is still showing him on my tree here.
Well, I've got.
But he's dropping.
I've got it on the 84 car, but my thing switched automatically to the pit road scene. So,
yeah, so he's
there
absent.
he is. Now he's back. He's back. He's just pulling off of pit road. He ended up in his stall again.
Wow, I wonder if he
I don't know that
called
he fell
for a tow truck or if he just was able to pit because we're under yellow, just got to the pit stop.
I don't know that maybe he fell off all the way to the server and it just put him back in his box when he rejoined.
Maybe.
Because in order to not rejoin, he would have had to retire it, and I don't think he did. Evidently, he didn't because he's still out there. Showing him in the 28 position, so he's more than likely a lap down.
Yeah, right now it's showing him. Yeah, on my side of things here, it says, Dante Ricci, 0.005 from the leader, which means he would have been like second. But yeah, that'll definitely update when we hit the line, and we'll see where he sits. He may have lost a lap due to that connection issue. Sometimes a connection issue, depending on what part of the track you're on, could put you a lap down. The great thing is most leagues will treat that as a mechanical failure, but if your internet or something happens and you're kicked from the race, even if you lose 10 laps, they'll give all of them back except for one. It won't put you back on the lead lap, but at least they'll get you minus one from it, which is kind of nice.
And it looks like Brian Schilling is way up near the front at this point. And I'm looking at our points leader, Josh Metallic. I was hoping he'd still be in it, and which he is. It'll probably show him in about the 8th, 9th spot. So I'm kind of watching the race between those two, the points leaders, because they're only separated by 3. So they could very well switch this thing back and forth for the next, 2-3 weeks or whatever until we get to that last one. But yeah, so he just moved up to 10th with the other guys that pitted. So, man, still some heavyweight contenders in here, man. This might be turning into a game of survival at this point. We're really hoping to get some green flag laps in here.
Yeah, I mean, every race is a different strategy. Even the ones where there's lots of cautions, that's a strategy too. So.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you're a points racer, especially, you know what I mean. This can be your best friend, a lot of cautions, or it can be your worst enemy.
Yeah.
Staying out of trouble is the name of the game here.
And your current leader of the race, Garland Davis at the 66.
How about that?
He's got a good, and they talk about strategy even under the yellows. He's got a good one. Stay up front.
Yeah, yeah. I'll say, man, this guy, I tell you what, he's really, really surprising me. Because we were talking a little bit before the race even started tonight, and since he is new and he doesn't really, he's never raced here in this series before. This is kind of his debut here. Knowing he's a good racer, I really didn't expect him to be that successful this soon, because he even said himself, he goes, I'm going to stay in the back, try to stay out of trouble, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And like we said before, you say that, but when the green flag drops, like, nope, that's out the window.
And that's the thing.
We're going.
You want to stay in the back and stay out of trouble, but that's where all the trouble's happening. So let's stay up front and stay out of trouble. That works too.
Yeah, absolutely. And he seems very comfortable, being where he's at and racing the way he is, man. He's doing a good job. I'd love to see him podium.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, definitely not new to the game, new to the series, though. That's cool to always see fresh cars coming out. And that's the thing, even like Rod Weston, he loves the flat tracking, massive fan of Martinsville, loves that track, but then he doesn't like super speedways, but he got out there and started racing with you guys. And he's digging it. It's a different style of racing, and you get to surround yourself with these people. They're phenomenal. They're the best of them. I mean, tonight, unfortunately, there's a little bit of weird stuff in the breeze out there this evening causing all these wrecks, but they
right, yeah,
really is a different kind of racing out here. You get with a group like this, you could just learn so much.
Oh man, look at the cast of characters in this outside line: Tim Nosker, Greg Palmer, Mike Mangialardi's been quiet tonight, and look back there in 4th, 5th position. Number 88, Dave Chin, with a clean-looking car, man.
He actually got caught up in a couple of those wrecks too, but looks like they pounded the damage out of it.
Yeah, and then he's got he's got a great pusher there, 39, but he's going to decide that he wants his own lane here. He ain't fooling around either. He's the points leader.
029 of Mike Mangialardi highlighted in yellow on the ticker, and we don't know why, but there he is.
Palmer dives down to the bottom. He's looking for the lead now. He's hoping for some help.
He might be looking for Josh.
Isn't right there just yet. I think Dave Chin's going to stay right where he's at and get up there to 3rd.
Yeah, now he could jump down. Okay, so Metallic bailed on Palmer. Palmer might go up.
Well, the 22 is slow. He pulled the chutes.
Yeah,
the 12 has to die. Has to have. Oh man,
4
now
wide.
They're
gone.
Ooh.
Yellow flag up.
The four really came up on him and hit that apron, and that was all she wrote.
Dante didn't want the push on the 39 on that one. Watch the race back here.
Nobody gave Greg Palmer any help. He jumped out there hoping to, and he did have to call the truck. He's sitting on pit road right now. But yeah, that's heartbreaking for him too, because, he's another front runner. He was quiet kind of tonight until that happened, but he was up there, just got caught up. It's going to be a long night for me, Blaine. I gotta tell you, because I am a part of the review committee usually, and tonight's going to be, make sure there's, plenty of coffee on.
Yeah. Go brew a fresh kettle. Rewind this.
But I can't really, again, these things happen. I really like to talk about these guys and build them up, and I'm like a broken record, because these really are the best racers you're going to find on the web. It's just not, these kinds of things happen. Cautions breed cautions sometimes, and it's a lot of these cars are damaged now, and you don't know what it's going to do until the green flag drops on a restart, and it's it is what it is. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can get another, exciting finish out of this in the last, remaining laps here we have here with 26 to go. It's definitely going to need one more pit stop within those 25 laps. So once we get down to, 17, 18, 19 to go, there's still going to be one fuel stop to go at least.
You can see that 4Y situation only really collected 3 cars. Cyber in the 7, Robert Spring in the 74, and Palmer, unfortunately. It looked like it could have been way worse, especially when you're in a 4-wide situation like that.
I mean, this game, man, it can be so, we're supposed to be out here doing this for fun, but it can be so frustrating at times, especially, again, if you're like me, you're very passionate about this, you want to do well, and you want to see other guys do well too. And, it's, I think we always lose sight, at least I do, every week that, you got 38 guys out here, 37 of them are going home mad. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, what can it is what it is. It's the game we choose to play, and sometimes the game is, don't hate the player, hate the game, You know
what, though? You can hate the game all you want. You'll be back to...
That's right.
You're coming back
exactly
every day
right.
for 22 years or 26 years or whatever we are at now in this simulator. The
That's
last
right.
great NASCAR sim. Thank you, Papyrus. On the way out, they patched her wide open for us, and we've been keeping her going ever since.
I'll still say it again. I mean, we do have a great product here. It's just not functioning too well.
Well, like you say too, you
moment.
could have a weird race like this, or we've got these. All these guys are coming back tomorrow anyway.
All right. Yeah. And and we'll get through it. We'll get past it, and we'll saddle up and ride again. But
You see my view of that?
This is kind of, in a way, a part of what makes this attractive. In other words, these guys that are passionate about this and they're points racers and stuff like that, you just can't give up. You can't.
I think I got a whisper from Rodney that said you should get my view of that. I think is what he said to me. So we're going to rewind this.
Okay.
And see it from the 38. We got to go back a while here. Where did it happen? Okay, here we go. So view from. Oh my. Yes. Okay, we'll back that up. He literally, all 3 of those guys.
Whoa.
Let's see here.
I just saw it from the side window there, from the passenger side.
Yeah, we'll get a slow motion rerun of this here. See them coming up.
Oh, the 16 was right there too.
Yeah, that was close for Rodney.
Again, man, a heartbreak for that 74 car. He took on quite a bit of damage in that one. I saw the rear end kind of come off of it, and I believe Greg Palmer has retired it as well. And he's we were talking about him earlier. He won his event, and he's got to win this season. So tough break for him, man. It's can't stress it enough. You got to stay out of trouble, and know when your car's going to go and know when it's not. And
You gotta know when to hold them.
Yeah.
When to fold them.
Yep. It's like holding a baby bird.
Anecdotes of Brian Wolf.
You know what I mean? With talking about the car in front of you, you got to hold on to him like a baby bird. Not so much to crush him, but you don't want him to get away.
It's like cradling a tortoise in a windstorm.
Right.
Just pretend you've got a fresh latte on a cold winter morning. Don't drop your coffee. How many more can we come
Well,
up
somebody
with?
out here, these cautions got to go, man. Somebody out here bit into a York peppermint patty or something. because this race went cold. You know what I mean? We got to get it heated up here.
We'll cycle through this through the cool vehicles we have here on the track and take a look at some of these paint jobs.
You know, earlier we were talking about Ken Roberts, and I can't go without saying, you know, I kind of feel for the guy because, you know, he's the one that really governs these races, and he's the guy that does the points. He leads the the review team, and takes down all that information. He makes the incident reports, and I don't envy what he does, man. But we're so blessed to have him doing what he does, because without him, this doesn't happen. And this is just one of those races again where, gosh darn it, you know, it's hard to describe the feeling that you get when, especially for individuals, when their race don't go right. You know, but when you're overseeing this whole thing and trying to keep these guys under control, it's very easy to get frustrated. Ken will give himself a day or maybe even two to look at this whole thing objectively. Usually it's him pulling me off the ledge.
Right. You guys will actually mull through this replay for a day or two if it takes that long.
I think a lot of these incidents are going to be pretty cut and dry, so they should be able to get through this fairly quickly. As long as we don't have any more. I mean, that's, you know, I know that's a lot to ask for, but I've seen it happen before, and these guys are certainly capable.
Your front row right there as they run now. Chris Van Vliet on the left. I didn't know he's not the host of that wrestling podcast either. This is a different Chris Van Vliet. This is Chris Van Vliet, the professional NASCAR driver. Well, the professional NASCAR racing 2003 driver. Then Tim Nosker in 088. Plain choice for Tim. Chose to stay on the bottom. He can choose to switch.
Yes, he can.
To the line they come to start lap number 44. It's funny, we're an hour and 47 minutes into the broadcast. We finished the race on Thursday at an hour and 25.
Here we come across the green again.
It just depends on the yellows, you know.
Maybe they can just kind of settle in here, get this fuel running.
Yeah, because he's
still got
here,
27 cars left on the field. 28, 27 left.
Even from here, they have to pit one more time.
Yes.
If they ran green the entire way. So.
If not, it would be very well. No, you're right. They are going to have to pit again.
22
There's no
laps,
way you can save 3-4 laps of fuel, but.
If it wasn't a super speedway, you could. Because we've seen guys do some crazy stuff. They'll run 50 mile an hour slower from everybody and just do it on one stop when it should have been a two-stop race. But not in a super speedway. The draft comes into play. Too much of an effect in the draft. You get left behind. There's no way you can pull it off. But, I mean, you don't know. If it is a yellow caution-filled race,
Okay, so I just
Sarah
kind of
32 in the YouTube chat. Jesus loves us, Brian, and a whole bunch of bow ties and smiley face emojis.
Okay.
Sarah is
I'm
probably
looking
a
at
robot, but we still appreciate the hearts and the cherries and the strawberries.
Oh man, they are wrecking again.
Yellow flag.
Oh man, and the 13 come through there, almost clobbered Billy Ellisor. Who is that on his roof? Is that the 41? I know the 16's involved.
Jesus might love us, but they don't love the people that are on the track.
I'm telling you.
Come on, Jesus.
They are racing back. Let's see, looks like it's going to be Cy Jones.
Should get an interview with Jesus.
And
He'd be like, man, I wish you
he-
guys would stop using my name in
Right.
vain, because I'm sure it's coming out of a few of these guys' mouths tonight in the team speak chat. This is why we aren't live in the race room. We're in the booth all by ourselves.
That's, I've said that before, jokingly, about how, if and when I get to heaven, St. Peter's going to be there, and he's going to be like, hang on a second. You want to explain this whole sim racing thing?
What's all this about? Yeah, exactly. So you said this, and this, and that was just in 1 hour.
Right. Yeah. But man, I got to back this up to see what exactly happened to the 41, because he was on his lid.
Looks like the 88 might have been. No, the 88's fine. We got bird's eye view here. Something happened with Chin on the bottom line. He got loose somehow. Oh man, and that car went instantaneously full damage from one hit. That's really cool, actually. I don't know why, but it just is. We gotta find the car first. You can see the damage model right here. The car is perfectly in mint condition. Then he gets lifted up into the air, and then it goes completely scraped up and dented, and
it looked like a little bit of. I mean, the 16 was right on him, and then the 88 experienced just a little bit of oversteer there, keeping it down.
Yeah, I noticed some kind of a steering, just a bit of a. It looks like the back end floated out on that thing.
Boy, the 41 got the worst of
right
that
there.
one.
A little bit loose, and that caused a couple of mile-an-hour difference in speed there. And of course, then the bump draft comes in the turn, and there you go. We got no room left
Robert
on that
Spring
16
involved
to sponsor
again. It looks
that.
like, yeah. Oh gosh, 74 Robert Spring. Well, he kind of drove out of it, but man, he took a hard hit again. Whoosh. I mean, we're going to chalk this up to just a bad luck kind of gremlin night playing. I don't know how else to describe this kind of luck we're having. This is like
27 caution laps so far, so that means the pace car
half.
will win the most laps led tonight.
Yes. Yep.
Unfortunately. The next closest driver to the pace car is Robert Breedlove with 12. The pace car has 27.
It looks to me like Robert Spring is going to retire. No, he's still on pit road.
Our race sponsor, he is gone, yeah.
He has retired it, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Boy.
Robert is
When
out.
it rains, it pours. You know it.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I don't know how else to describe this, but we're really hoping to see a good finish here. What do we got? It was under 20 laps to go now. Yeah, I think now if they all stop now, they should be able to make it on fuel with a couple clutch laps, possibly. But
That's
another caution to throw that strategy right out the window anyway. So.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about the new ticker too. It starts when you get halfway through the race, it flips into to-go mode.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
Now it says 19 to go. But yeah, cars out this evening, or drivers that were forced to retire this evening. John Godfrey, R.J. Cabana, Matt Becker had an engine failure, Greg Palmer, Danny Carroll, Robert Spring, and David Chin all out with an accident. I mean, the cause of Becker would have been an accident as well, but it was an engine failure.
That's probably a good segue for me, Blaine, to talk a little bit about this, the Clean Drivers Award that we have. Mm-hmm. And I think going into tonight, because we call it the pool, how many clean drivers do we have in the pool? And I think going into tonight, that number is probably going to drastically drop. Because you have to go all 10 races in a season with providing one provisional only to be eligible for that. And I think perhaps a few more new names just got added to the incidents list. So it's, that award is getting thinner and thinner.
You can be involved in an accident but not actually be charged with an incident.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Correction,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If if the incident has to be deemed your fault or your
Right.
your mistake or whatever, however they say it, but we've got a really fair and balanced. I sound like a politician. We've got a fair and balanced budget as far as the review team goes. We've got some good biased guys in there, or unbiased, I should say.
We got Angela Balzer in the YouTube chat. There's Nate right there running in his 16th. She says, "Somebody get these drivers some Wheaties. We're gonna be under caution until breakfast."
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was literally
And
saying, last night's race was over in an hour and 20 minutes, or Thursday's race was over in an hour and 20 minutes, same length. This
So
one
now
was at an hour or 2 hours. So we're 40
Going to look at
minutes
this
past
restart.
almost.
It looks like the 13 is getting up and out of the way of this restart, which he was probably instructed to do. So the pace car's coming out. Breedlove leads him down again, just like the start of the race.
So they would instruct why? Because he's staying there. They're going with him.
He's got to be being instructed to kind of stay out of the way, because he, on those, one of the two of those last cautions, was he kind of stacked that outside line when he was up there. So I think he's kind of slowly but surely moving his way to the back.
Oh, maybe he might have slipped on a couple of upshifts or something, and they were just asking him to stay just in case he made a mistake, right?
Yeah, and now they're forming up single file with Breedlove leading them down, Ken Roberts in tow, along with Schilling. That's Cy Jones and then Josh Metallic in the 39. 00 of Kelly Buckshot Causey, rounding up the top 5.
Yeah, the line 17 to go, so it'll be good to go to the end if we can get green all the way there. Still have the potential for an amazing finish.
Cody Lamas, I see, has got a little bit of visible damage, cosmetic damage, but he's keeping up. And he's, again, we'll mention him because he's the one that's always after that hard charger. And I know he started almost shotgun on the field, so
yep.
He'll be eligible for that again.
Yeah, he got hit in a couple of those wrecks also. But the thing right there, you can see he's in the draft, surrounded by other cars, and he's still pulling normal speeds. He's almost 200 miles an hour right there. So with cars behind and in front, he's able to hang with these guys. Now, I don't know if he can lead the pack, but he could definitely stay in it.
Okay, now what I'm seeing now is a complete straight line of single file cars. And I don't know if these guys were possibly instructed to do this for a lap or two and let them stretch out and get the damaged cars, behind them, so that the cars up to speed can, just kind of keep away from that. And, I don't know if they were instructed to do that or if they just kind of figured it out.
So focused right there on the 62. Ryan Schilling currently running in 8th. Of course, in the point standings, he's behind Josh Metallic, who's currently running in 4th. So even after all this craziness, Green's
Cody
still
Lamas
up.
around and hard into the inside wall, coming back up the track right in front of the clips of 13. Oh, man, that was ugly.
Race back. Big push of the 39 to the 10. Oh, wow. Causey and Sullins.
I think some of these guys are possibly going to have a very hard time.
Ken moving low, going for it. Causey,
as well he
and
should.
Noster.
I mean, as well he should. You might as well race now while you can, Schilling coming out 3 wide on the top.
Yep.
Who's going to make it to the line?
Might be Roberts.
Who is going to make it to the line? It is close, and it's Ken Roberts, yes.
Wow,
that was, that's the kind of finish we want to see, but they're going to rack them up again because we got just a little over 10 to go.
Great move by Ken. He went with Kelly.
That was
Rodney
smart.
Jumped down there, yeah.
Because now if he's got a couple of teammates or 1 or 2 guys that'll work with him up front, he'll contend for the win. So, man, that was smart on his part, because if all these cautions are going to have them or happen, you might as well use them to your advantage.
It's too bad for Cody coming off that gigantic win that he had at Rolling Thunder Gaming there on Thursday. Oh man, yeah, I hit that really hard. Eric got into him.
I'll tell you what, this sim is, man, it can be, like I said before, it can be your best friend or it can be your worst enemy. And I mean, especially this track, this format, I mean, this thing will break your heart, man.
Yes, it will.
It really will.
He had such a good night on Thursday to win. Again, a lot of these guys were there. And he comes here tonight and he's just a pinball trap in a machine.
Yeah. This game,
Like
this
baby
sim.
bird in a blizzard.
This,
Sorry.
I mean, I have to laugh at this point. It's
don't laugh.
and I just know that
money on the pace car leading the most laps, you're going to win that one.
And it's, as from a driver's standpoint too, man, it's so frustrating when this kind of, when this does happen, because I mean, it doesn't happen that often, but when it does, it's like, like I said, when it rains, it pours. And I mean, now we're looking at a hurricane of just issues here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
This isn't cloudy with a chance of showers. This is tornado, hurricane.
Right. Yeah. Get to the basement type of racing.
Yeah. Is it over yet? Yeah. I got. I don't have Wheaties, but I do have Cheerios.
And I don't say
coming.
these. Yeah, I don't say these things to bash these guys. I mean, I really want them to, to get it together here. But because this is rare, it really is for this series to have this many. This is going to be a record. I know it. This is going to be a record number of cautions. Yellow laps.
Is it
even
really?
with that EXE?
What's the previous? Oh, it's definitely not 30. We've had 30 yellow.
We've had one race. We had another race, I think, in season 2.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Where we had 9 cautions.
Yeah.
Where we had 9 cautions, I think, is the actual standing record. But there's been other races there where we've had 8 and 7. So it happens. These guys are still, even though they've got a lot of experience at doing this type of racing, they're still getting used to each other because they come from, a pretty diverse areas of the sim community. There's 4 or 5, 6 from RTG. We've got 4 or 5, 6 of our guys here. Some of these guys come from Talladega Nights, PRL, OSW, OSW. They come from all over. So, they got to get used to each other. And, sometimes it's just one of those things, man. I can't, I'm really having a tough time defending this race here right now because it is so rare and it's hard to. Yeah, I mean it's because it is so rare, So
because again, next week you tune into this next week and we'll go green from start to finish.
Right.
We'll have 3 green flag pit stops, so it'll be flawless.
I mean, in a perfect world, yes. It's possible, but not probable, is what I like to say. But I mean, we've had, like, you look at last week, we only had 4 cautions, and 3 of those were random engine grenades and stuff like that. There was one debris one. So, and the worst caution came on lap 1 before we really even got into turn 1.
Yeah.
So that was a frightening moment, for us as broadcasters going, oh no,
Yeah, this is like an omen being set for the rest of the run. It's like we might be in for a long one.
I think
so do you guys have any special events? Do you run like endurance races and pull 200 lap race here? Do you do anything crazy like that, or is Nate? Is it Nate that's running the cancer benefit?
Yeah, we
is
will
that
be
the only one?
Yeah, no, because I mean we do cannons race here, every year.
Oh yes.
I know the ALS race is always held over at RTG, but he always includes and invites us here from ASR to participate in that. And then Nate's race is kind of new to us this year. We're hosting it this year for him, and that's going to be a lot of fun to put together, and the whole production end of that stuff is going to be fun to do because I'm going to help him out with some some videos and some content, stuff like that. So yeah, it's
Nice.
been, those outside projects are always fun, and they're always welcome here at ASR. If you've got a race you want to put your name on, or whatever, however you want to do it, I mean, our door's always open to these other leagues that want to work together.
Yeah, and the facilities you provide too, like you've got the race server, you've got the TeamSpeak servers. It is like an awesome, very generous thing, to allow someone to come in here and control an event and offer them the facilities to do it.
That's how, and that's just how our owners and our sponsors are. If you bring something to them, they're just like, "Yep, do it."
Yeah, they're like, "Okay, well, what do you like? I got an idea for something, right?" And they're like, "Okay, what do you got?" And then, "Oh yeah, that sounds really cool. Let's do it."
Let's see if we can get it straight this time. Ken Roberts are pretty even top to bottom. Ken Roberts, I believe, came across the line first, but we'll see who comes across this time. Kelly Causey pushing him. Rodney Solon's right there. Those three. Josh Metallic, those guys all work good together.
Breedlove
Don't be
did get
surprised
credit.
if they don't split up.
Breedlove did get credit for that lap being led on that.
Oh, okay,
at
yeah.
the restart. Yeah.
So now they're side by side, top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, side by side.
10 laps to go at the line.
Maybe we finally got it straightened out here. We're gonna see a real good sprint race at the end here.
Yeah. Yeah, the sprint races are cool.
Oh, whoa, little contact there between the outside line and Kelly Causey.
That'll stack both lanes up a little tiny bit, nothing too crazy.
Sullins jumps to the bottom with Ken to the outside now.
Paglia with a big sweep there, like not
Wow.
an internet problem either, just literally looked like he wanted to change lanes and forgot Nate was there.
Boy, it looks like Ken Roberts has had enough. He's now in control of that top lane.
Left Rodney hanging, but he's got Metallic and Novsky down the bottom, but he chose to go with Breedlove and Causey. That middle lane, or that top side, is going to be stronger. It's got more cars in it. But you never know. Van Vliet might move down.
Josh Metallic, our points leader, and the guys that he's got with him, Dante Ricky and Novsker, and he's that whole group right there. You never count them out. The 84 tried to bail on him though, but here comes 28 Mark Paglia to the inside to try to help that line.
I'm wondering if anybody in that line we're looking at right now is going to drop down to help Rodney. You've got McClure. That could do it.
McClure, I believe, will stay with Schilling.
Looks like it,
those
yeah.
guys are no stranger to winning races. Obviously they're past champions and
they know
all that good stuff that goes with it.
And they know that middle line where they're running right now, the middle lane, is the one that's the fastest way around this track with the least amount of wash up in the corners.
Yeah, and if I know Rodney, he'll wait. He'll commit himself to that bottom line. Now we've got less than 10 to go, 8 to go. But I think he'll stay committed there. Either that or he just can't make it up there. Yeah.
Oh, Novsker failed on them.
He's got to start moving. Here comes Mike Brush, possibly with some help on the bottom.
Stay focused on
Josh
Van
Metallic
Vliet here.
decides to bail and goes and leaves Rodney down there.
Yeah,
That's going to back him up. He may let him in line. Yeah, I think he will. Yeah, he let him in line there. Oh no! Josh Metallic saves it down on the apron, back up the track. Whoa!
Oh, man. He got back in line there, the 39.
Holy moly! That was an outstanding piece of driving right there by 39, Josh Metallic. Wow. That was veteran right there.
Yeah.
I think he was just giving Rodney, they were maybe undecided on who was going to help who there.
Yeah.
Ken Roberts leading him down with Kelly Causey right in tow. And if I know these two, with Robert Breedlove behind them, one of our admins here pushing the lead admin, I could almost predict the outcome of this one. But have I ever been right about that? No. Never.
Nobody predicted the pace car would lead the most laps today.
Yeah, you can't.
Although that
There's
would
no
be a
way to
horrible-
predict these things.
That would be a horrible line to take on a sport bet, but you know.
I was just thinking Vegas wouldn't even touch this.
No, they would.
If they knew its history, they would not touch this. Oh no, Mike's sideways down the backstretch now. Mike Rush in the 53.
No caution yet.
He
Looks
saved
like that
it.
might be
He
clear,
saved it and
yeah.
kept going.
Yeah, green is up. So one thing about these new tickers is that it's instantaneous to report the information. So I look right at the broadcast now to see, because I can't always see the flag or the lights. But now that I know that dot will change color instantly, it's a good little setup. 5 laps to go.
Just clicked back to the guy making his debut tonight, Garland Davis in at 66. He's leading a smaller pack of looks like what's damaged cars, along with Cody Lamas. So I think
17th.
they're pretty much out of the draft. So we could go ahead, or I can go ahead back up to the front and see what's happening up here.
Yeah, Ken Roberts is leading.
Still watching the race between Brian Schilling, who's in second in the points, and he's right now just a few spots ahead of Josh Metallic, who's our points leader by 3. So this could change again.
If Schilling can finish in front of Josh Metallic in that blue 39, looking at Schilling right now, he's in that 62 car right in front of the 17. So the black car on your screen is 17. Oh, they're trying to
making
put
a
the
move
run
to
on
the
these
outside.
guys.
Kelly's going to stay with Ken.
There's a good line moving.
Chris Van Vliet in that 010 car kind of broke him up there.
Metallic's
39
the
moves to the bottom to make him 3 wide.
If he's got any
Hopefully he'll
takers,
get
I don't
some
know.
help. And here comes Nofsker behind him,
And
along
Dante.
with Dante Ricky.
Oh no, Josh
Uh-oh,
again
Josh
gonna have
in
to
the
drive
grass.
it through the grass.
Oh, and
Not
he is
gonna
around.
happen. Yellow is up.
Robert
This might
Breedlove
be the
took
race
stripes.
right here. I don't know.
That probably
Did they
will
get
be.
it?
Yeah, it looks like Robert Breedlove.
Yep.
Ken Roberts is showing in third.
Then,
Oh, they're
Breedlove,
still
Van Vliet,
wrecking.
and Roberts.
They're still wrecking.
Nate
70
sliding down the back straightaway there.
79 of Nate Balser went around for some reason there.
Yeah.
They should be slowing down for this caution.
They must have taken the flag. Back that up and see what happened to Nate. Oh, that was weird. The wall camera caught him sliding directly at us. I had to duck. Oh, it's them literally coming to a stop. They were collecting the pace car there, so everybody was slowing down. He just got caught in it. He held onto it in reverse for an awesome amount of time right there. We're going to back up and find this 39. People beating up Josh Metallic. Nofsker put a bump on him, but again, he was squared. Josh
Now,
didn't hit
unfortunately,
anybody.
I do
The yellow
believe this
comes up
race
just
will finish under caution.
Yeah, Josh didn't hit anyone, but because he came up in front of cars that could have hit him, that's why they pulled the yellow out. So that is a big deal, because now we've got Schilling running in 4th, and we've got Metallic running in 14th.
That's a big point
And
shakeup.
if it's probably gonna end under yellow. That is a massive one, because there, as you can see, are the points. Metallic coming into this race with 169, Schilling with 166, Denny with 138, McCarthy with 136. McCarthy currently in 15th, and Denny currently, where's the 41? Did he retire? He did. Unfortunately, it's in 20th. So there's gonna be no movement there.
Now we're gonna call
for
him in.
Schilling.
Yeah, we're gonna call him in to the booth as the order they run in. Now, that's not pending any. That's going to be unofficial results. As far as the points difference between Schilling and the 39, that could also change. Because we don't know yet because there was a lot of cautions tonight, a lot of yellow laps, which means there's going to be a lot of incidents, charged. So And again, with our rules package we have here and the incident protocol that we go by, it's I have a feeling it's going to be rough on some of these guys. Maybe
I was going to say, when we go into the post-race interview, it always says unofficial results. These are very unofficial because you guys have so much to look at that even though Tim Knofsker had just retired, even though drivers may have served penalties, and you got to go and make sure the right people did, so even with Schilling right now finishing in 4th, he's probably all right, but we won't know for sure until next week. So, and as you can see from our schedule here at Tarnation TV, our next race is next Saturday. Maverick is off next week for 1 week, and then you can see they return on the 25th. And the Rolling Thunder Gaming Tally Challenge wrapped up with their final race last Thursday, so they usually take a 2 or 3 week hiatus.
Yeah, and we definitely will be returning next week on the 22nd for Craig Hadley's, what is that, Cyrus Construction 150?
Yep.
So that's going to be a little bit of a shorter, if that number actually is correct, the 150 means it's going to be 57 laps. Yeah, so so we look forward to that. And this one isn't, well, it's over now, but they're on the very last lap here, and they are going to come around under yellow. So congrats to, so far, let's see here. Congrats to Robert Breedlove, who actually started on the pole tonight. I'm not sure where the 101s or where these next two started, but in second place is the I never know how to say his number. 010, 010.
Yeah.
Chris Van Vliet, and
it's
then
binary
of course,
for something.
and of course the 55 car of our own Ken Roberts.
So we can check the.
Kind of looking forward to this interview with Ken. Actually, maybe he can give us some insight on what was going on out there tonight.
This is crazy. So the 931 running first right now, qualified first. Ken qualified second, will end in 3rd. And Van Vliet in the 010 qualified in 19th. So that's a very good run for him.
Right. Yeah, it's good points night for these guys that you see in the top 5 here. 6, 7. Rodney Solon's good points night for him. Chuck McClure, and especially Brian Schilling up there, because he will probably more than likely take the points lead over again going into next week. And he's not going to be that much, it won't be by a lot, but he probably will take over the points lead again.
That is, it is very, very good run for Schilling, especially with, unfortunately, Metallic getting taken out there just before this yellow came out. Was the cause of the yellow the only car to spin, but he'll come out of here in 12th. So Schilling will definitely leapfrog Metallic on the standings overall, going into race number 7.
Yep, exactly. Just as soon as these guys are over, Blaine, what I can do is, this is at the point where I save my export and replay, and then I shut the game off, and then I can do a better job with TeamSpeak here, bringing these guys down to talk to us.
Perfect. Yeah, and I'll be saving everything up as well. Take a look at Breedlove, and we will make sure to give him the flag. If they don't wreck him first. It's literally the one car with no damage on it. Don't wreck it. Race winner, Robert Breedlove. Second place, Chris Van Vliet. Third place, rounding off your podium, the 55 of Ken Roberts.
Kelly Causey hung around up there and hovered around that 5th, 4th spot, got up into the lead, I think, a couple times. So he finished in 5th. Another good run for him. He's always a front runner. All these guys up here, you can't really call them front runners or ringers or anything like that, because they all are.
22 lead changes tonight. Even with all the caution laps that we ran, there's 22 lead changes tonight. That's crazy. much of a burnout session do we get from the 931? Here she goes. She's got lots of tires left.
I'm going to give these guys just a second to get it together, because I'm sure Ken's he's the first one we need, so he's probably trying to get this together himself, so I'm going to give him just a minute here.
Get these replays all saved up here. We'll start talking with the guys on the podium.
Yep, I'm going to give Ken just a minute to do the same. And I'll pull him up just here in a second when I get darn good and ready. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I quit the race. Okay, I don't have the export, but too many tricks on the old escape key.
If you need it for next week, Blaine, I'm sure one of the guys have it for you.
Could you send it to me right now? Are you able to do that, or you got other stuff going on?
I didn't say, but I have the replay.
Drats. All right. I usually throw the export up there, but
I know Ken has it actually for sure.
hit the button. I double clicked it instead of single clicking it. Either way, we know it's Robert's family.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Breedlove.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. We'll dial him up and call him down in here, and then we can ask him. Then maybe possibly he can grab it and we can put it up there for him. So let me grab him.
Cool. All right, cool. Let's do some post-race interviews. Brian Wolf, take it away.
Absolutely, man. Right now we have with us Ken Roberts. I saw you go to the back at one point during the race, Ken. Not quite sure what happened out there, how many cautions we actually did end up having. We did the best we could to call it, and it got exciting there, at the end. But, man, a lot of cautions tonight. Yeah, any idea of what might have been going on?
I wish I knew the secret to that. It just seems like it's a product of our environment, Talladega, and it's just I like to refer to these as just full moon races. It's just things go wrong. They come, and it just seems like they come, they pound on top of each other. One caution leads to another caution. It's just, and it's guys just can't get the grip. We had an early caution, and it was guys shifting lanes, stuff they've done a million times, and there was a checkup, and boom, they get in a wreck. So, it's one of those where it happens, and you just try to plow through it the best you can.
Yeah, it's I kind of tried to describe that during the race too. We're calling that one of these nights where it just doesn't come together, and it seems like when these types of things happen, and you said cautions breed cautions. It seems like for any not just us, but for any race, when it rains, it pours. It really does. And it can be heartbreaking for some of these guys, and I'm sure it was. But Ken, man, you did a good job. Excuse me. You did a great job out there, man. I thought actually you were going to put the win in your pocket, but to come up third, hung in there, and that's what you got to do to podium around here. So, man, good job.
Yeah, I mean, it was it was a very up and down race. Got some damage a little bit through there, smacked the wall or something, and they didn't beat on it too long. So got out, led a little bit, and it felt okay. I was like, well, it's the car's okay. So just kind of back and forth, racing with Breedlove there towards the end. It was kind of fun. I love racing with Breedlove. He's a lot of fun. He's very, very competitive. And he's well deserving of his win tonight. Then it was great to see Chris Van Vliet out there, racing with him for a few years now, and he was out in front of me on one of the restarts, and he kept drifting up in the middle lane. And I kept staying on the line, and it was funny. By the time we get to the second lap, he realized where I was at. And he came down and stayed down there, and was running the fast line. And I'm like, kind of telling him without telling him, hey, you need to be here, and I'll follow you, but I've always enjoyed racing with Chris. And he does have one of the coolest last names in our league. So Van Vliet. But no, overall, it's, a lot of cautions, but, last week we had 4, and it was a blown engine and a debris. So really, and then one of them was after the checker flag. So last week we had one big, the big one there in the beginning, but that was all we had.
Right.
Then tonight we had, I think it was 10. So it's part of it. It sucks when it happens, and you just try to plow through it and, get ready to go next week. I'm looking at the top 10 guys. There's going to be a huge shakeup in points. So
yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah.
So Josh, Josh finished 12th. So, he was the leader, and Schilling was up there. He finished 4th. 4th. So yeah, there'll be a little shakeup in the points. So make it exciting as we start to wind towards the championship race.
Awesome, man. Well, again, good job tonight. And, I was trying to describe this whole thing to our viewing audience, about how frustrating it can be, especially for the guys trying to govern these races and put on a good show for us, which you guys did, basically. I mean, it was, we had a lot of fun. I think everybody had a lot of fun, but it can break your heart at the same time, man. It's just one of those, that's a good way to put it, full moon race. But anybody you want to, talk to, shout out to?
Big thanks to Robert Spring for sponsoring the race. Bobby Springs is a very valued person around here. He does adminning stuff. He does a lot of our artwork. Great guy to have on your team. Thank him for his sponsoring his race, and Dave Chen for everything he does. Bryant Motorsports. Thank you guys for putting these broadcasts on. I can't wait to watch it. And thank all the admin guys that help out during the race and after the race. So I'd like to thank those guys and my teammates, and Mr. Rodney Sullins for painting my car up. That my '55 Mountain Dew car, one of my favorite cars. And give a shout out to Rodney's dad. What's up, Mr. Sullins? Was he? Yeah. I'm gunning to be to be the number one fan. I mean, I know Rodney's his son, but
he does. I must tell you, he never shouts out the 55. He's all about that 3.8.
Well, he's trying to build Rodney up. I mean, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to. And then, but when he deep down inside, when he pulls his hands away from the keyboard, he's like, "Come on, 55." Right. Got a big kick out of him. Met him many years ago, and at a Talladega race, and had an absolute ball, with him. So great guy. Anyway, get off here. I got to go do a review. Wolfie, I'll see you here in a little while. And
yep.
Thanks you guys for what you do, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ken, man. Good job tonight.
you.
And that should push you up in the points too, man. So, yep, we'll be right back here again doing it next week. We will saddle up and ride again, man. Thanks for everything, Ken.
All right, bud. I'll see you guys. Have a good night.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, he just left. So let's see who's next. We need 010 Chris Van Vliet. And I do believe Chris Van Vliet has arrived in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
How you doing, Brian?
Good, man. Good, man. Great run tonight. Man, you're sneaky. You're one of those guys I'd call sneaky because you hung around within the top 10, 9, 8, 7, you know, right around in that area, just off screen, you know what I mean, until the end there. And man, you stuck it to him there at the end. But you know, a lot of cautions tonight, stayed out of trouble. You know, if you want to give away your strategies, you're welcome to do that. But good job, man. Second place. How'd you do it?
It was a ton of fun. My deal tonight, I wanted to be consistent. Normally, I'm the guy who's going to take some risks and not pit when everybody else pits and try and make the gas last a little bit longer. But I decided tonight that I was just going to be very consistent. And when the leaders went in, I was going to go in with them and I was going to pit with them. And that's what I did. And I got lucky. And I tell you what, if that last caution hadn't come out, I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now.
That's awesome, man. But yeah, we were so glad. And Ken even, you know, was praising you. He was glad to see you up here, as we all are, man. You were fun to watch tonight. I want you to tell me something. This is a really dumb question. How do I say your number? Is it 010 or is it 010? Is it 010? How do you say your number?
I would say 010, or however you want to say it.
That's
But
I say 010.
Whatever you guys want to say is fine with me, but my entire racing career, I've been 10. And then when I came over here, I knew that they had a 10, so I had to add a 0 to it. So that's why I got the 010.
Usually, I stumble on guys' names, not their numbers. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, look who's coming up here: the 0, the 10, the 010, 01, 01.
I told
it's Chris
Bryan.
Van Vliet, okay, it's 010.
I told Bryan it's binary code for winner.
Right?
Oh,
yeah, there you
that's
go.
Awesome. That's so great.
But man, we're so glad to have you. Wish we had 10 more of you, man. What a great run tonight, second place. Congratulations on that. And if there's anybody you want to thank, you want to shout out to, anybody you need to go see, the floor is yours, buddy.
Absolutely. First of all, I love listening to you guys. I've commented on Facebook. When I'm not racing, even when I'm crashing out, I'm watching the rest of the races, and you guys just do an amazing job. You really, really do. And I just think you both should be complimented on that, first and foremost.
Thanks, buddy.
But I also want to thank Bryant Motorsports. I want to thank Ken Roberts, and I really want to thank Rodney Sellens as well, because his paint is second to none. And he's an awesome sim racer as well. So, thanks to my wife, my son Maddie, my son Ryan, and my daughter Casey for supporting me in my endeavors of sitting here on a Saturday night and doing some racing.
Awesome job, man. Awesome job. Yeah, we hope you guys enjoy the race when you watch it afterwards, or if you watch them live, I don't know. But man, great job again tonight. We really hope you come back and do it again next week. And we'll get you up there in the points and get in that championship conversation, man.
That's awesome. I was going to say, you brought up something that I was going to mention. I'm going to be in St. Martin next Saturday night, so I'll be watching you guys from the Caribbean.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, well, that's really cool. We're definitely
really
going to
bummed.
shout out to you there, man. Maybe we can try to somehow get a live feed on you.
Taking the wheel down to the beach. Should put the wheel on the beach.
Yeah, there you go.
But I'll miss you guys. Thanks.
Good job tonight, Chris. And we'll see you next time, buddy.
Thanks.
Enjoy your vacation and your cruise and all that there.
I appreciate it. Have a good night, guys.
Thanks.
Good night. And we need Robert Breedlove. He is down in the... Robert Breedlove, tonight's winner. Man, sorry we got to pull you out of the reviews for just a minute, but we want to give you an interview, bud. Great job tonight. Started on the pole. Hung around there, kept your strategy. I seen you playing around with that fuel stuff, man. How'd you do it, man? How'd you win this race tonight?
Well, first, I appreciate that, man. It was a hard-fought battle, but well, I stayed out on the last when everyone else stopped to get gas because I figured the way we were going, we're going to have a couple more cautions, unfortunately, and just save some gas at that point just to be getting more track position like that.
Good job, man. What a great win. Great points night for you, too, because I think you were in top 10 coming into this race. Yes?
Yeah, I was tied for 10th or 11th, whatever you want to call it, and a couple of those guys didn't show up tonight, so I should do pretty good.
I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Actually, I got the trifecta. I was the pole, led the most, and got the win.
There you go.
Not the toot my own horn or anything.
Well, that's again, that's a terrific points night for you, man. I mean, you did everything to get every point you could, and you can't ask for more than that.
That's like in hockey, they would call a natural. You got a hat trick, and then you have a natural hat trick. A natural hat trick is 3 goals in 1 period. But you that would be like the natural hat trick of I never even thought of that. You qualified first, win the race, and had all the most laps. That's awesome. You can't get the hardest charger though because you qualified first. Yeah, silly goose.
Yeah, there's always a negative somewhere, I guess. But.
Yeah, we can come up with something. Yeah.
That one we're going to have to figure out. But again, man, Breedlove, you are a very valuable member to have here at ASR with your your admin duties and taking over for Ken when he's not around. But again, very valued around here, man. Great job tonight, and just a tremendous racer. And I know you're a big part of the review team, and you want to get back down there. But we want to give you the microphone, man, and give you a shout out to people you want to thank or talk to or go see or whatever you need to do.
Hey, first of all, I want to thank Bryant Motorsports for doing everything he does and helping this league and forming it and everything else that he does. It's takes a lot of effort there. Thank Blaine and everything he does for putting it on. Can't be an easy task either. And Ken, you, all the admins, we got our work cut out tonight, most definitely. And then had a lot of help there at the end. Chris was pushing me. I was following Kelly and Ken there, and saw the high line coming. I was like, well, it's time to go. So we jumped up there, and the outcome was what it was.
Well, again, man, great job tonight. Congratulations on the win. It's going, we got another one in the books here. It should be official that you are indeed the winner of tonight. So that's 6 races with 6 different winners now, and we press on, man. Do it again next week.
Yeah, I think that's awesome that we got 6 different winners like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, no repeat winners so far. So I mean, the points they're going to be close all the way through, I think, man. And
until next week, we'll have a repeat winner.
But yeah.
So wait a second. Yeah, no, the 931. Yeah, that's it.
Man, he just slipped one past the goalie. I didn't quite get to what you were saying.
How do you know?
Outstanding, man. Outstanding, man. Now that's confidence talking right there.
Let's do it.
I appreciate you guys.
That's outstanding.
Awesome run tonight, Robert, man. It's it was like an endurance race tonight, but you found a way to stay up there. And like you said, the trifecta. Now we have a word for it. The old Breedlove trifecta.
There you go.
I appreciate it, Blaine. Thank you.
Thanks, Robert. Have a good night, dude.
All right,
we'll see you next week, man. Good job.
Hey, thanks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
I never realized that.
I'm really happy for him.
Qualified first, finish first, most laps led.
Yeah, that's
flawless.
Outstanding. That's a good performance there. I mean, like Van Vliet said, though, those cautions probably had something to do with that, with his kind of luck and where he was, and
doesn't matter.
Staying out of trouble. Right? Yeah, but I mean, a win's a win, right?
Yep.
So I mean, he did it just right. Did everything he had to do to lead the most laps. Got that point for leading 1 lap, and then got first place points. So yeah.
And then even like Van Vliet, we don't see him up here all the time. To be in second with all these people and avoid literally, what was it, 10 cautions for 34 laps, one more than half the race under yellow. But some of those wrecks were brutal. And like you say, there was 10 cars claimed in those accidents. He wasn't one of them. So you still have to make it to the end of the race. And a lot of guys didn't. 1/3 of the field did not make it to the end of the race. So yeah, like, oh, I know it's a lot of yellow. It's easy to. No, it's not. Look at Godfrey, Cabana, Becker, Palmer, Carroll, Spring. All those guys were forced to retire from damage.
Right. Yeah, and those are all, again, I like to say, well, yeah, those guys are all heavy hitters, but they all are.
Yeah.
You can't single them out on who's, they're just, so evenly matched at the point of being, top shelf super speedway guys. I mean, it's just, you can't get any better than what we have here. Now, when you mix them together and you've got 35 of them doing the same thing, things are going to happen. You know what I mean? But we got another one in the books here, Blaine. That was fun. That was a fun race to call, regardless of the amount of yellow laps. But we got a chance to talk about a lot of stuff and reminisce about some things. And man, I had a good time. I really do. I appreciate you having me up here with you.
Yeah, it was cool. Oh, just got a text message from Rod Weston. Won his 9th in a row.
Nice, good job. Yeah, we should mention him too, because I'm really kind of missing him because we've been feeding off each other pretty good doing these broadcasts, and he was definitely missed tonight because my voice is really hurting now. I got a sore throat from doing all this talking.
Yeah, well, and we're flirting with 3 hours here, so we'll just wrap this thing up, and we'll see you next week. So,
absolutely, get her done.
It was a long race, but yeah, thank you very much, Brian Wolf.
Thank you, Blaine.
Yeah, man, and of course, everybody who watched and interacted with the show, thank you for viewing it live or watching it on the replay. Had over 100 hits again tonight. Super cool.
Very cool.
We're around 470 subscribers now, so we're about 30 away from that 500 mark. Curious to see what's going to happen. So if you're not subscribed, do it. Prescribe to the channel. It's free. And of course, Bryant Motorsport Auto Sales for being the main sponsor of this whole entire season. Robert Spring this evening, the line guard. Oh, that's a lot of words in that one too. What was the name of this race again? 1 second. The North Shore Safety 175, sponsored in association with Line Guard.
On duty.
There. Thank you, Robert Spring, for your sponsorship. Thanks, North Shore Safety.
Absolutely.
And of course, Bryant Motorsport, the league, everybody watching online. It's the drivers. Can't go without thanking the drivers, because every week we come out here and we've got 30 to 40 guys willing to drive an old simulator in all of its glory. And as always, thanks again to Mr. Wolf. We'll see everybody next week.
Yes, sir.
And of course, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Keep your stick on the ice.